Mhm.
Hey yo,
Yo, yo, yo.
I feel
what
like it's
up?
been
What
a
up?
long time since it's been other people on. I ain't got to hang out with y'all, so I'm in a good mood today.
You said you in a good mood or bad mood?
Listen, you
Mm.
know, you know I'm gonna cut you, but for everybody else, I'm in a good mood.
Yeah. Hey, Beth, you got a little blacker over there, son.
Yeah, man, messing around. Damn, I am black, man. If you say that,
He's blue black. He purple black.
Yeah, you look like you in the movie Belly, yo.
Oh, he look. He got to walk
Oh
a little
wow,
slow. You got to get that
wow.
iconic scene going with the eyes.
yeah, I had to look at my face like, you know what? I think you look a little chocolate. I think.
Nothing wrong with some color. Nothing wrong with that.
Now I look extra chocolate. Y'all can say it. I think it's you know, what I'm saying, being in Mexico, and then I've been out trying to get my fat boy walk on for the past week in Georgia. It's ever out here. You know
Ain't
what
nothing wrong with no color. Ain't nothing wrong with the chocolate. Embrace it.
I'm saying? It's super hot.
Embrace it.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I think we got we got a total of 7 people on. Hello to all the 7 people that's on.
You know how
What's
they
up?
trickle in slow.
Hey,
What's
That
up,
G,
nigga,
A
Latino?
little chit chatting.
G,
hey
and my
yo,
homie right now. You know what I
was
mean? We on
because
broke bread. We cool now.
I
I'm on
see.
my
I see.
phone
OG over there got some color on him too.
and I can't see the comments because I
Yeah,
don't have.
he's got like a reddish brown thing going on.
Oh yeah, I got Indian in my family. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Paul got that Costa Rica look.
Huh?
Shannon, I said Paul got that Costa Rica look. You know, the Costa
Yeah, yeah.
Rica.
Well, you know, I was there and then California, so you know what I mean. I was hitting the sun the whole time.
Oh, that's that's right. How was your date with Gia? You know what I'm saying? Did you give her the voice opinion?
That was the date, man. We just broke bread and chopped it up, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop playing. Why,
No,
why, why you gotta do all that? Why you gotta be extra, dog?
oh, hold up. Is that Rob joining?
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Who's the
forty,
expect
40-year-old?
you. You know,
40 this.
40. Man.
What up? What up? What up?
What
The
up,
baby of
40-year-old?
the
In a
bunch.
flip flop? Are you wearing flip flops tonight?
Nah, I took
Look,
them off for a minute. I had them mugs on earlier though.
I know you did.
I
he's
be
still
I be
32.
flexing
You
hard.
just sent me a picture of you in flip flops, like for real.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna this way because I can't see shit. God damn, I'm blind. All right, so let's get it started. What it do? What it do? What it do? This your man Doc Jim. We back at it again in perfect truth. We got a good show for you tonight.
Uh,
Spot. You know what I'm saying? We got a great show. We're gonna talk about a couple of things from the past show, and then being that good is acting like she don't understand my post earlier. We're gonna just
her,
2 minutes just talking about that. But I'm gonna let the team introduce themselves. Go ahead, good.
this is your girl. Good vibes. My government is Kelly with the one L because mom's made a mistake. Like that's the true story. She made a mistake, wrote it down wrong. They brought her my name, and she was like, okay. So here I am. That's me.
So,
OG.
Paul, Perfect OG.
What up? What up? It's the OG, aka Mr. Smell Good. We here again chopping it up and getting some understanding. What's going on? Rob Dizzle, 40 Dizzle.
40, happy birthday!
What up?
Ooh.
What up? Appreciate it.
What's up?
Appreciate it.
Welcome.
You know what I'm saying? A
What's
lot of
up?
shit a lot of shit been happening since I turned 40. But I
It
mean,
does happen that way.
I'm
You just,
saying,
you just
You
turned
wake
40
up and
yesterday,
something is
dog.
different.
I know, man. A lot of shit is happening, brother. Hate is great. I mean, it's out there, bro. I mean, I can only imagine what happens when I turn 41. Man, they gonna really be hating. But yeah, man, it was a great day. I mean, I'm blessed, always blessed to be able to see another day like that. But I appreciate all the love and stuff. But I ain't gonna take up too much time with no side story. What's up? What's up, man? What's up, Jay? I see you got the brand on.
What's going on, man? Chilling. Got the playing TYFYK. You know how I do. I don't. I can't get into the puffiness of some of my shit. Anyway, but glad to be on the show tonight, man. I'm snacking. I'm hungry right now. So you see me like chewing like a mule in bras every once in a while because I'm snacking. But anyway, glad to be here with you guys, man. Let's get it done, man. A worldwide of dating, what, part 4 or something like that?
I'm over here sneaking food. My daughter is bringing me food like off camera.
Sneaky food, girl. You smacking like a mug. We can see
Well,
all of it.
I mean, she's sneaking a plate on. I'm not eating it, but she's
Right.
sneaking a plate from off camera because I'm
He
grown.
like,
Mm.
You all hungry.
right.
Just moving and moving. I want to
So,
meet my.
are we going to talk about that post at all tonight, or do I have to like choke you in private?
Now I'm gonna start with the I don't tell a story. So here, I'm gonna give you the shortened version, right? So this was one of my act tag posts, right? So long story short, this dude, he was dating a woman. They moved in together, bought a house. He hit an old friend up. They went out on a date. Homegirl, you know what I'm saying, got pregnant.
Wait, no, she didn't get pregnant.
Which one? Which
Just
one,
out
girl?
of nowhere. They had sex together, correct?
It's just,
What's going on, man? What
Fly.
are you talking about?
That's that
No,
40-year-old shit.
post on my page. Somebody said to me, like, so long story short, he was dating a girl and he hooked up with an old military friend. They hung out and she happened to get pregnant, right?
So he cheated.
She caught it off the toilet seat. That's what happened. Okay.
See, he didn't really cheat because they weren't married. They were just kicking it. You know what I'm saying?
They were living together and planning a wedding. How were they just?
Are you serious?
Yeah. They wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
So
He-
what? What are you
So
talking
what
about?
they hoping? What they
But he
hoping?
was transparent with her about it. He was like, look, this is what happened. This is what it is, right? So hold on. So she was okay with that part, right?
Okay. Before you go further, when did he tell her? When did he tell her? Because I asked you that 5 times on the post, and you didn't answer when he told her.
No. He told her when him and the girl went out.
Did
right?
they slept together?
He told her when they went out, right?
See,
Now hold on, right?
Did he get a pass?
So yeah,
He got a pass?
yeah. I'm about to fucking drop. Yeah, he passed. She understood. Oh, it's up against it.
No. Did he get a hall pass? Yes or no?
Yeah, so she understood, and they didn't break up, right?
No, you just said that he said they went out. He didn't tell her they had sex together raw, right?
Mm.
I mean, I'm sure he might have, but that doesn't matter.
Are they married?
No. So
They just boyfriend and girlfriend?
right. So they boyfriend and girlfriend.
It ain't cheating if you ain't married.
He told her what happened. Right? Then he reached out to the girl again, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he reached out to the girl, now mind you though, this was 35 years ago.
Right. So why he reach out to her?
He reached out to the girl, and the girl told him, "Hey, you know what? That night I had a baby, and he never told her. She never told him about the baby. So the son is
How old is the kid?
35.
Oh, yeah, that's old news.
Right. So her problem was the fact that she felt like he was cheating because he reached out to the girl again. But see, my thing is, he probably felt like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he left it in there, and she might be pregnant.
So he wait 35 years to think maybe he got a child and reach out. Come on, Dad. You got a whole bunch of he may have, he probably would have, he did all this old type of stuff. She ain't gonna be mad after 35 years unless she didn't know that they slept together and she didn't know he reached back out to say hi 35 years later.
She went with him. She went with him to go meet the kid. So she was
But he
okay.
is already here and she's his wife. So hell yeah, she gonna roll to go meet the kid and the kid mama. Yeah, she gonna do that. Come on, Dad.
Right, but her, now her,
35 years later?
she was
Right,
pissed.
35 years later.
She was pissed at the fact that he reached out to the girl again.
Why? So
When?
yeah,
What?
why?
So he reached out to the girl again recently, and that's how he found out about the 35-year-old son. He reached out to her just to check up on her, see how she's doing. You know what I mean? She came across as a suggested friend on Facebook, and he hit her up, and that was that. You know what I'm saying?
A
But
friend he had sex with raw while he was in a relationship and living with a woman. Okay, Dad. Okay, I'm not even going nowhere with you with this no more.
This is 35 years later, right?
No, you good.
What
this
you
is
say, Jay?
5 years later. That
So
woman,
was he faithful to 35 years?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro,
He
why he
was,
trying to shorten his life worrying about some shit 35 years later?
right. They wasn't married, so he technically didn't cheat on her. They were dating.
Why would he care 35
Nah, but
years later?
she was moving in with him, so that's a whole different story.
Right, that's cheating.
That's
What?
cheating.
It ain't cheating if you ain't married.
But they
Exactly.
was
No,
Let's
it's
moving,
not adultery
let's
if you're not
argue.
married. It's cheating
Let's
if you're in a
argue.
relationship. Don't even try that.
they was moving in together though.
It
That's a
depends
whole
on your
Right.
level of
No,
commitment.
and planning a wedding. That's what you said. They were planning a wedding and moving and buying a house together, not just moving in, buying a home and getting married.
Right,
I
but
asked
Should have
you
said I
5
do
times
too.
did he admit to the
It was
woman
35
that he
years ago,
cheated
right?
on her before they got married, and you didn't answer that. Now you're saying probably. So if he
they
didn't tell her anything, and then reaches back out to her years later, and that's how he finds out he's got a son because he's still thinking about her and still reaching out. And now it comes out, oh yeah, way back then I cheated on you with her, and now 35 years after we got married, I'm still looking for her and reaching out. That's gonna be a problem. And then you said she was insecure and she had issues. It was all about her. She
yeah,
was
that's
dealing with all the issues.
that's her insecurity, and you know, you don't want to admit that she spent the last 30 years, 35 years being insecure.
He's still reaching out to her, and she found out that he cheated back then, and she's insecure for no damn reason. Okay, Dad. Okay.
But
I mean, 35 years though.
he was
35
honest.
years. She should have got either A, got over or built some security over that time period.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but security is fine until you find out she's still talking to the partner. I'm sure she was fine for the 35 years until he
Right,
said, "Oh yeah, well, I
right.
reached out to her."
But at
Now
the
I
same
know.
time, what
Yeah,
drove her?
listen.
What drove him to start talking to the chick again? Did we find that out?
He just
But
wanted to say hi, is what he said on the post. He didn't have no other reason to talk to her. But Dak is saying, well, he may have knew. He probably thought he may have had a son, so he waits 35 years. I'm for real hot behind this one.
we
He might
know.
be ready. He might be ready to leave that marriage.
Right, but she's insecure and she has issues. Okay, she's
Hey,
insecure and got issues. Okay,
shit, dead ass. They need to be
No, this
talking
this
about
is
that
a
hard
real
conversation.
Here-
this is
here's
a
the
thank
real
you.
situation.
here's the
Yeah,
thing. If she want to stay, then great.
This
nah,
is real.
If you want to go, great. Like, I'm not going to judge a person for staying in that situation or not. But then, I mean, I can say something about it, but like, shit, man, you should call, man. Like, you still getting your loving, you getting your value add from the person you still happy with. Yeah,
but
but there's gonna be a conversation.
Yeah,
but the woman,
I mean, go ahead, babe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
you meant it because you cut everybody off.
Shut up.
But she eating good tonight, boy.
I'm gonna cut you. Not just
She
cut you
eating
off. I'm
good
saying cut
tonight.
you.
Mhm.
You serious,
No,
man? Serious.
no, the woman has issues. You know what I'm saying? Because he was even honest with her when he reached out to the woman and was like, "Yo, check this out." I just found out I had a son. He didn't say, hey, I'm going to see my son alone. He said,
That's not the point. Why did he
Um,
reach out in the first place
Bro,
to
you
talk
know
to
women
her?
got their memories of
what's
elephants,
the point?
bro. They don't forget
Come
nothing.
on,
What's
Dad,
the
for
point?
Straight
real.
up, they don't forget
So,
nothing,
so I
bro.
mean, if your woman cheated on you with a man, and
That
35
go
years
hold that
later
bitch
she's
like
still calling
that
or
go
reaching
hold
out
that
to
shit,
check on
bro.
him, you gonna think that's cool? You're
yeah,
not gonna
nah,
feel no kind of way, like why you still
Man,
checking
Dak
on this
flipping
dude?
lawn chairs and tables over.
Yes
He
or no? Yes or no, Dad? Yes or no? Yes or no?
I give everybody I'm with one cheat. You get one cheat. You know what I'm saying?
We're not talking about the cheat. He already had the cheat. He had a baby out of the cheat. Why is he still reaching out to her? You wouldn't be mad if
35
your
years
woman is
later.
still calling some dude she cheated on you with 35 years down the
Yeah,
road.
that is crazy.
She wants to check on him and see how he doing. See how he doing for what?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Come on, they were only dating. They
They
weren't
were
married.
planning a wedding and buying a house together, Dak. Are you insane?
It
Nah,
don't matter.
bro, you know people be wanting you to divulge certain shit like that, right? Because that
That's
was a big slip up if 35 years later that boy got a child.
right. She just hurt because he got a child. No,
No,
she's hurt.
she's not. She's hurt because he's still reaching out to this woman. At 35 years old, I ain't mad about that son. It ain't the son's fault. It ain't. Come on, Dad. I've raised other men's children before. Men's children, other women before. That ain't the issue. The issue is why are you still thinking about her enough to call her 35 years later? Now I gotta find out you cheated on me with her before we got married, and you still reaching out to her. But yet
Hey,
she's insecure and she got issues. Okay, that's why we don't understand each other. Mm-mm.
you funny
Good.
as
I got a
Lord.
I'm
question.
not funny as
I
hell.
got a
I'm
question.
about to come. About to come. I know where you live at now. I'm about to come your
Boy,
way.
that food is good tonight.
Listen. This is all being recorded, so
You
don't implicate yourself.
you
Okay?
all your
I mean,
feelings
too.
to stand up
Because
for
you're accusing her of being insecure,
Dak,
like she don't have no
give
reason
me
to
a
be like
second, Dak.
you.
Give
doesn't.
me give me a second. Good. Good. I'm talking to you.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
That boy
So
said he
have
got
you
time.
ever had anybody in your life after your first relationship back in the day that is the person that you always think about? You know, every once in a while you're like, I wonder what's going on. Oh, he on Facebook now. You know, although you with this person that you with now, or maybe you're single. You know what I'm saying? It's that person you always think about. Even though
If
you
I
might be
cheated on my man with him, I would not. No. If we had a slip up and I happened to get pregnant because it just happened, ain't like we didn't think to get pregnant. No, no. I'm not playing. I'm not playing that role. Now, if I had a friend that I used to like or an ex I used to like, and we have not seen each other in person or slept together, or none of that stuff happened, and he on Facebook, and I say hi because we're already friends. I don't go out and add no new friends. I'm
Hey,
not doing that. But if I slept with a person behind my man's back, I'm not
man.
going to still be trying to have a conversation or communicate with him, because when my man find out me and this dude are friends, he asked me, well, what kind of friends are you? When the last time you seen dude? Oh, well, when we was planning that wedding and buying that house, me and dude was messing around raw behind your back, but it ain't really cheating because we weren't married yet. And let me see how my man gonna take that.
man, listen, Dak flipping chairs and lawn chairs over, boy. He find out 35 years he been doing. He done missed out on a whole lot of life. 35
what? What?
taking care of somebody,
What?
taking care of somebody that
What?
he is. Boy, that boy
Yeah,
about ready to stand on the edge. He ready to stand on and jump out the first floor window, boy. Thinking he
Yeah,
finna do something.
yeah. If it's her second cheat, it's going down. If the first,
but good, you ain't answered the question. I
Bruh,
said,
if
What's
she
the
let him
about
leave it in on that one time cheat,
what's the
you
question?
about to lose it.
do you ever still think about you
Thinking
cheating?
about somebody and getting on the phone or getting on social media is two different damn things.
True, true,
Two
true.
different damn things. When I know something's an issue, I'm not going over there. I'm
but
not coming to pick up no photos. You don't have no money for me. You don't have, look, I'm not going to see your mama because she's not well, with you or anybody. I don't do none of that type of shit. Because once you plant that seed that you're not
Yeah.
trustworthy, you're going to have problems. Dude going to be thinking everything you do is a problem from here on out, especially if you have one of those conversations. He say, well, what happened? Or have you ever done this? Or has this ever happened? Now I got to admit that I done cheated and I'm still talking to. No, sir.
and
No, sir.
actually, I think it's the
Think
reverse.
about that.
Because typically, when somebody cheats on you, they tend to be more insecure than the other person because they're sitting wondering, okay, when is this? God damn, my face looks big as shit. Let me move this shit back. They wondering, when this person is going to get me back. So they will check up on you, and their insecurity will be more fucked up than the person who actually cheated.
Oh
And
yeah,
So
that's what I'm saying.
that's how
I'm
dudes
not
be.
trying to bring insecurity into my shit. So I
mhm.
don't do them kind of things. So my man can ask me today, when was the last time you did such or so? Or a dude came over your house, or you had somebody at your house late. Oh, I know exactly when the last time was. When I start catching feelings, I start cutting shit up. So I don't have to worry about all that kind of nonsense. And I know what the hell I'm doing.
you know,
I don't know what he's doing, but I know what I'm doing.
Nah,
I'm
for
not
real.
introducing that shit into something I'm trying to be successful at. But if you think that's not cheating, we planning a whole ass wedding, we buying a home together, and you out there in somebody else, you don't fell into somebody else cooch, and you saying it's not cheating, okay? When I fall on
Who
somebody
said
else,
it's not
they
cheating?
don't get mad either.
You gonna follow somebody else
Who said
dick
it's not cheating?
35 years later.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't
And
look,
y'all even after that, huh?
uh-huh,
none,
exactly.
That,
none,
I mean,
Corey,
she got it
none.
lined up.
None.
I mean,
And
she
we'll
got it
all be
lined up.
crazy and insane, Corey. Look, we crazy, we insecure, we got problems. Yup.
I
Yup.
mean, she got it lined up, yo.
Right. Then- So 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 that's perfect because this leads us into our first question of the night, right? First question of the night. Recap from the show. Talked about going with the flow.
Going with oh shit. It's the same shit. Go ahead, Dad.
The men they were talking. They made a lot of references about women should just be able to go with the flow.
Mm.
You know
I didn't say that shit.
yeah, they
I didn't say
It
um
was
that shit.
Crash. It was Crash who started the conversation about women asking too many questions on a date and just go with the flow, enjoy it, and let it happen, and don't ask too many questions. So
there's
that's where we started from, right?
consensus among the men because nobody challenged him. So sometimes silence means you agree. You
All
know
right.
what I'm With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started with that, right? So when y'all talking to a woman, or good, you talking to a man, what do y'all expect? You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're gonna go with Crash comment as far as going with the flow because to some degree, I actually agree with him. Where when I hear go with the flow, I think allow things to happen organically and don't spend a whole lot of time trying to create something and figure out what it is and you're only 40 seconds into the first date. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
so so being Rob is the newly in love fella right now.
Mm.
Sure, what's your thoughts on that, sir?
You gonna embarrass the brother for real?
Hmm. Um.
Come on, 40-year-old.
Yeah, man. Y'all just tested my memory. That boy jumped on it, jumped off. What was the question?
The question is, how do you feel you should begin like talking to somebody?
Oh.
We have the whole go with your flow. The women ask too many questions and want to know what a man is seeking or what he wants, what he's looking for when they first start dating. So he wants to know, what do you expect or what do you hope when you first meet somebody and start talking?
Oh, so first of all, if I take you out on a date, there's some level of interest there beyond just wanting to smash. So me. I'm a very direct person because I don't believe in wasting time.
Well,
And and honestly, I appreciate a woman who asks that shit so I could feel her the fuck out. Cause I could generally tell by the line of question, how she asking it, how she feel with my responses and shit. I'm already know whether this shit gonna go somewhere or not. So I'm not really necessarily tripping about her asking them questions. It's cool. If she want to go with the flow, we could do that too. But it's still us filling each other out. So I feel like it's okay to ask that shit, but also understand it's okay if I don't want to answer that shit either.
fair,
Like you got to be
fair, bro.
open to both sides of that spectrum. I think sometimes they be feeling like you owe them because you on a date. You might owe them a response. I don't owe you shit. I could give you a 3-word response. That's my response. What you
Right.
want me to do with that?
Take it or leave it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some people, I think they just feel like they're entitled to answers and entitled to certain things. So I'm like, hey, okay, I'll give you exactly what you want. Exactly what you want. But a lot of time, man, I think conversation generally with me flows and then leads into other stuff. Like I said, I don't mind them talking. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ask your questions. You
Okay.
trying to fill me out just like I'm trying to fill you out. So,
Yeah.
but I could tell if you wasting my time though. If you wasting my damn time,
Thank you.
I'll be cool on you real quick.
Right. And
Real quick.
I think that was kind of the his question, and I know that's kind of where I agree at is along the lines of, what I'm saying, a lot of times women expect this definitive answer too soon. You know what I'm saying? Give us an opportunity to get to know each other and see if we even kind of like each other. You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be interest at the gate, but you know what I'm saying. You know how sometimes you talk to somebody more than two times and you like, man, look here, this ain't gonna work. But they're immediately trying to put timelines on things instead of just let it just flow naturally
Well,
and see where it goes and see how it goes.
Well, I think they got I think women expect they got like boundary answers, and what I mean by that is I'm really looking for this answer, but as long as you kind of give it in between these boundaries, I might be cool with that. And
Sometimes, yeah.
no, it's a lot of times for a lot of women they doing
Okay,
boundaries.
maybe,
Like
but you
as
know,
long as homeboy shooting in between the
we don't fit the
boundaries,
mold of everybody though. That's why our conversations don't always go along the what everybody else is doing, and we don't always get the answers we want from each other. But
and unfortunately, I feel bad for women because I feel like a lot of women are in a position where they don't want to say something like, yo, I'm cool, I'm ready to go kind of thing, because they may be worried about how this fool going to react. They don't necessarily know how this fool might react to that.
that
But
too.
I feel like a lot of women would have been told cats quick, like, peace, I'm out. Because they looking for a boundary answer. If you ain't in this spectrum of what they looking for and your body language ain't matching your answer, they be like, nah, I'm good. That's some bullshit. You could really be in some cases. I feel like a lot of dudes be telling the truth, but it be like, nah, that shit sound funny. That's some bullshit. I'm good. You
Well,
don't. I don't.
I
I
mean,
feel
a
like
lot of
these
people
days you got.
don't have good communication. Yeah, their body language doesn't match the way they looking. Their eyes darting around. They don't seem secure in their own answers. They sound like it's a question, and you're like, "Is this a question? Or are you answering my
Yeah.
question?" Like, So some of that stuff is the signs that we get, and we definitely could be wrong. But I mean, I
You're wrong,
Well, I would
wrong.
say. I would say one thing though. I do not feel, and maybe it's just me. I do not feel like women are out here going on dates with dudes just for no fucking free meal. I don't know. That might just me. I ain't came across no women that's really
thank you,
out here for
Rob.
no free meal. I mean, a lot
I'm
of
not saying
them.
there's none. There's got
A
to be
lot
some.
of them, I would say,
People are
they so
saying it, but
motherfucking well. They got their shit so in order. They rather be like, fuck that bullshit over there before I deal with a free meal. I'm good on that. I don't even
right.
want to disturb my peace today. My chakra is in alignment today. I don't want to disturb my
And
peace
it's
over
not
no
a free.
goddamn Applebee's or TGI Friday
Right.
meal. You finna try
And
to
it's
take
not even
me
a free
off.
meal if they're expecting something afterwards. So how is that free? So sometimes they be wanting to fill you up when you get to the car. It be all kind of nonsense out here. I'm gonna do that for Applebee's. Man,
Yeah,
come on! I got like $50 worth of shrimp in a pot over here with some $8 curry powder. You think I'm going out to get a free meal?
Hmm.
nah,
What?
I don't think a lot of women go out for a free meal. I agree with Wife. I think more go out for company. If something happens, something happens. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead, Jay. What you got to say, Jay? Oh, Paul.
Okay.
And
Then,
then
then
you
I kind of dropped off, so let me catch up with you guys real quick. Go ahead, Paul.
want
then you want to let Paul go, and then you can answer the question because then you know what we're talking about. So we kind of asked that asked the question based on something Crash said on the last show about us going with the flow and how women ask
Oh,
too many questions and want too much information and want to know where it's headed or what the man is
yep.
looking for instead of just
Hmm.
enjoying the date and go with the flow. So
Yeah.
that's where we stop. So he asked the question, how do
Right.
y'all feel about meeting somebody early on and whether you agree with going with the flow and what type of questions are cool for her to ask and whatever.
Right.
So I know Paul's been
Right.
sitting listening, so we'll let him answer and you can follow up since you just hopped back on. OG, what you got to
Um,
say?
I think there's a difference between date one and year five, right? Um, so,
Year five. We still got
hey, it's happened.
year five. It's time for you to go, bro.
It's happened, but I'm saying, like, date one, chill, chill, let that rock. After the first couple years, then that's a legit, even after the fifth or sixth date? That's kind of like a legit question, but I think like Dak is alluding to, sometimes that question comes too soon. And because I don't even know your middle name, you know what I mean? I don't know where your people from. I don't know your nothing about you. And you trying to understand where we going. I'm like, I don't even know who you are yet. So go with the flow is, I think when women hear that, they feel like, all right, this nigga wasting my time. But they have to also take accountability for them listening to that shit and being there as long as they are. So if you're gonna be there for a year and the dude is telling you go with the flow, and you decide that that's what you're going to do, you got to be accountable for that shit. So you can't always say, "Oh, this dude, blah 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 blah." Well, you're making a choice too, and to be like, "Oh, well, I'm invested in my feelings and so on and so forth." You're still making a choice, because are you going to invest your feelings? You're going to continue to invest your feelings in somebody that's telling you to go with the flow, or are you going to step back and be like, "This ain't for me"? So for me,
it's go with the flow, and then it's your job to be responsible to not go with the flow.
it's both people have mutual energy, mutual time.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just clarifying, because first it was go with the flow, and now it's don't go with the flow. So it's go with the flow until
Vibes. Don't be acting like all these vibes. Don't act like all these women are intentional.
Fire starter today.
Own it. I'm saying, if you make the choice to stay,
fire starter,
then the risk is part of that situation. So is he supposed to say, well, you know what? He ain't ready to go with the flow. Let me tell her loose. Is it really on him to make that choice for you?
If she living by default,
that's not.
Listen, that's fine.
But let's not act like all these women intentional though. They ain't out here intentional now. Some of them out there looking for organic growth in the relationship, meaning, hey, we can play it how we play it by ear, and we will organically grow. Like, what's that really mean?
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Exactly. It's the same thing. Just a different terminology that sounds nicer.
Yeah, I'm saying just let it be mutual. Man. Like, let it be mutual, and if it's not, bounce. Like, both parties can be like responsible and be like, okay, you know what, this ain't for me.
Right, but look.
Only way.
Just look at it like this. If you got a dude who's a diehard bachelor, he playing for life, UGK, he ain't getting married ever again in his life, right? That's what he is. I'm not supposed to maybe ask if that's where he is. I'm supposed to.
That's not.
Okay,
that's
the point I'm trying to make. I'm not saying on date one you ask all these questions, but you should.
That's the question, though.
The person's open to anything serious before you even go on a date, which is kind of like what Rob said. If I'm taking you out on a date, you've had some kind of conversation, there's some kind of feeling, there's some type of possible potential, unless you just go way off the So the same
it's timing is everything. Timing is everything.
Yeah, because
it helps you understand the context in which and why you're saying something. True. And it's very, very clear that we're talking about two different situations. There's a premature question, and then there's a mature question.
Well,
like, and within there,
hold on, good. Let him finish.
Within there, it gets to a point where it starts to overlap. Where somebody still might think it's appropriate, and somebody, this is enough. I need to ask the question. So I think when we have this particular, I guess conversation is when that happens. Like we better get over the threshold of it being a premature question and a mature question. See what I'm saying? And so, although she may think or he may think it's okay to ask it at this point, she's on or he's on the side. Like, why are you asking him? It's only been 6 months. Well, 6 months is good enough for me to understand where we're going. Then, like,
I want to ask you a question since you brought up the timing and the premature. Why would you continue to go out with a person who doesn't have any intentions ever to marry again in life because you didn't ask the question of what he wanted from a woman or what he was seeking in the first place?
I mean, you pretty much answered the question.
Like a personal problem.
Right. Thank you, Rob.
Like a personal problem.
Thank you, Rob.
It ain't mine.
So I'm supposed to go with the flow and then find out like
No, you ain't supposed to do
later that he don't
nothing.
want to do that. He never had the intent or want to have
No.
kids.
Hey,
If he
you're
don't
not
want to have
supposed.
kids, like I mean,
You're not supposed to do nothing that you don't want to or that you
If
wouldn't
you
want
have the
to.
question, ask it, man.
Jay, how does this
No.
timing supposed to work? Because like you said, his timing and her timing may not
But it'd be
happen.
two different things. That's right. So what you get in the end is what you get. Like so, either it was in the pocket of all premature,
You
or
get in the
y'all
mystery
in between
bag.
that. You in that mystery
but
bag. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, oh, we going this way, we going that way.
$5 mystery.
And when you ask that question at that particular point, you liable to get a very inefficient outcome. Like yeah.
right. Dig your
Nobody
hand
should be
in
guessing
mystery
about
bag.
anything. Like, no, it shouldn't be a premature question.
You know they be
You know,
gambling, bro. They gamble on Toxic Brothers.
Again, this
Good.
conversation
Hold on. Let Paul
is
talk.
mud.
Hey, good. Hold on. Go ahead,
Let me
Paul.
ask. I'm going to
they're trying
ask
to
the
shut you
question.
up. They're trying to shut you up. Good. They're trying to silence you. Good.
Hold
Listen
on,
to them.
Jay. I'm going to
All
ask the
y'all have
question
answered
of
the
the lady.
question, but I haven't. But I'm being told, okay,
You
good. So I'm gonna sit back.
hold on.
That's right. Don't be quiet.
You gonna get out your feelings
Don't
tonight.
No, I'm
don't
not gonna
don't
get out
let
my feelings.
That
No, I'm
food
not.
good.
don't let them
I'm
shut
drinking
you up.
rum
Don't
and
let
I'm
them
in
shut
my
you up.
feelings. No, I'm
Good.
not. No,
Get
I'm
out
not.
your feelings.
Don't
Go
be
ahead,
quiet.
Paul.
Don't be
Go
quiet.
ahead.
On. They want you to be
Go
quiet.
ahead.
They want you to be quiet.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Paul.
I'm going to ask a question of the ladies in the group. When is a good time to ask that question? Y'all can put it in the chat.
What
When
you
is
just taking?
a good time to
What
ask
did you
that
just
We
drink?
ain't supposed to ask at all.
Huh?
What
You're not
you
supposed.
just drink?
I
What's
said,
that? What is
you
that?
said go with the flow. We ain't supposed to ask it all.
No,
We
no,
ask
no,
the
no, no.
question.
I'm saying in general. When is a good time to have that conversation?
What you got in that bottle
On
there?
the damn day.
Yeah. That looked like a big bottle. What you drinking on?
What you got in that bottle?
Where's my camera?
That looked
Yeah,
like
What
rum.
you tell me, man?
she been
Look,
cussing more than she
Okay.
usually do.
Hey,
Oh, I
she
knew
got
she was
all her
lit.
hair. She got all her hair, but like three of them on.
I knew she was
She
lit.
feeling
Yeah,
good today. That
and
food was good.
yeah, all I'm saying is that it's supposed to be mutual energy. That's all I'm saying. So if I'm a dude and I'm looking for a relationship and she say go with the flow, then I know that it's time for me to back up. I know it's time for me
or
to be. Hey, you know what?
Okay, so hold
I,
up.
Hold on, good. Hold on.
I ain't rocking with that because there's something else that I want. It's time for me to. So I'm gonna go ahead and be like, nah, deuces.
So you're gonna bounce if the question doesn't have the answer that you want. But
No,
we're
no,
gonna
no. I'm gonna bounce if it doesn't match.
right, of course. I understand what you're saying.
That's
So
So
you're
all.
good.
saying that early on, if she doesn't want what you want, you're gonna understand that and you're gonna bounce. But when you
Absolutely.
ask too many questions and don't go with the flow. So we shouldn't
No,
ask questions to
no.
find
I'm
out
saying
who
they
we
should.
got.
They can
So
bounce
good.
too.
Answer Paul's question.
They can
When
bounce too.
He didn't ask me a question.
no, he asked the ladies. You're a lady. You the only lady on here.
I thought he was asking the lady, but the thing is,
Well,
the conversation was that we asked too many questions. We don't go
no,
with the flow.
I didn't.
Right.
So then to
That's not
say,
what I
when
asked.
should we
That's
ask
not
the
what I asked.
question? We were
No,
already told we shouldn't ask the question in the first place, which is how we got into this conversation. So that's why I'm
That's
right.
saying,
not what I asked.
But I want to hear your answer to the question on how long before you should be asking those type of questions.
if I didn't get the answer on the chat conversation that we had, I'm going to ask it. I may not ask it on the first day. I may chill on the first day, but it's not going to be long after because I'm not going to go to 5 dates and the man said, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm never getting married. I'm going to be sitting there like,
How many giving up that pussy in 5
okay.
days?
So we don't spend 5 dates and you never
So,
want to
That's
so,
throwing the whole monkey wrench in the
or
whole
I have met
scenario.
men who want to have more children. I can't have any more children. So if we don't have certain conversations beforehand, and it's not supposed to be an interview, but it's to get a basic compatibility profile so I know whether there's any potential. I got to start somewhere. So sometimes that first date is when some of that stuff comes out. If a man wants children, I'm not the one. So it's not just for me, it's for him as well. So we are, 6 dates into it and dude is like, wow, we would have some awesome babies together. No, we won't.
So y'all ain't answering none of that online. Y'all ain't answering none of them questions online because we all know a lot of online dating going.
But some men don't want to chat like that. They want to feel the energy. They want to see you in person. They want to show initiative. We've asked men to plan a date, to to be proactive. And so some men, they do come to you saying, hey, I see you online. I like your conversation. I'm this name, I'm this age, I live right here. Can we meet up for coffee or drinks and see if there's a vibe, and then continue to talk? A man come to me, right? I'm gonna get my purse, I'm gonna meet you out for coffee or drinks. Then we're gonna talk. But I'm not going to continue to talk to you besides that if you have obvious things that are going to be an issue. So I'm going to ask things beforehand, not to be like all in your business, but just to make sure that we're not going to continue to like each other and then find out there's some deal breaker shit. So I'm confused between go with the flow and let me get my deal breaker shit out of the way. So now we can go with the flow. I go with the flow after the deal breaker shit is done. I'm not asking them to, commit to me and buy me a ring after so many dates. I just want to know whether we have any deal breaker issues before we.
I think this is semantics now. This is semantics.
It might be, but the crash didn't say what the time period was.
When y'all determining he full of shit though? When y'all determining whether he full of shit or not? After the date or before the date? Because I'm telling you, women, y'all ask a shitload of questions in online dating. I don't give a damn what none of them say. Y'all got questions in the profile. Y'all got questions galore in the chat.
I used to do that.
Y'all ain't going on no date with no dude.
I understand.
Y'all ain't going on no
date. Hold on. Let one person talk. Go ahead.
Y'all ain't going on no date with no dude till y'all ask specific type of questions, right? So if dude ain't coming somewhere probably financially, I don't care what no women say. If brother ain't showing no finances or
not true. Not true.
Go ahead.
Not
Go
true.
ahead, bro. I agree with you.
So I'm gonna say this. You go into dating a dude with the impression in your mind that you're gonna probably have to pay for the date, because that's what I feel like you're saying right now.
I have.
You have? Well, I'm gonna say this. Ain't a lot like that.
I know, but some of us are old enough, been around the block, know that struggles happen, especially if a man said he had a divorce, he broke up with his ex, he left her the house or whatever. It makes sense when we get into the details of it. I just don't go to any man that's broke and be like, okay, yeah, let's date and pay for the date. But if a dude is going through something, he's in a transition, something happened, I can understand that. And even if he has money, I pay for the date sometimes. it's fair.
So what level of vibration is happening between y'all that's giving you that type of warm and fuzzy? Because I'm feeling questions are getting asked. I see
what you're saying. For me, if there's a mental and emotional connection, he has knowledge of self as a black man. Like there's certain basic things that connect me on a basic level to a man. So if he knows who he is, if he knows what being a man of color or a black man is, and we can vibe and talk about certain things, and my mind is tingling, like I'm getting turned on in the headspace, then I'll start saying, okay, well, let me see what he's going through and whether what he's going through has a reason. It makes sense. If he's got a reason, it makes sense. He's working towards it. And I know that maybe in the future it works out. I can kind of help him with this. I know a little bit about this. I can help him with the LLC, shit like that. Then I'll roll with it. Like it makes sense because I've been there. Like I didn't just wake up from birth and be, where I'm at. Not that I'm saying I'm on the top of the world, but, I had to get here. I had to be divorced. I had to have a bunch of kids in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo that I could barely afford. Like I've been through it too, so I don't necessarily. Y'all be
filtering like y'all filtering through sociopaths. For real.
Yeah. Sometimes
right. And every dude is a sociopath if he ain't checking them boxes, bro.
No,
So hold on. So let's flip the question now, right? And I'm curious to hear from the fellas now, right? So because I know me personally what I would do, right? But I want to hear from y'all. So if a woman says, let's just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see how things go. Let's see where it goes. Are you really going to take her seriously? Or are you going to feel like, you know what? Maybe she's trying to play some games. So talk to me, Jay, because I see your face twisted up.
Right. He got all
man. It's man, like I said, discernment, man. If you like the person, if you say go with the flow, man, then go with the flow. Like, all right, bet. But here's the thing. We grown folk. We are grown folk. This is why do we think that something's going to be a surprise if it don't work out? You know what I'm saying? So it's literally it's more so just okay, yeah. When it does happen, which is probably going to do anyway, right? Because a very small percentage of anybody that we meet is going to be the one, right? Think about it. It's probably going to be one of the numbers, and only way you're going to figure it out is by going through. You have to go through the tunnel. You have to go through the door. You have to have some actions with one another to figure out which way you're gonna go. So
So
whether you asking the question right now or whether you asking it later, like it's gonna happen the way it's supposed to happen. Hopefully, it happens in a way where you guys can continue to stay together.
but
You know what I'm
bruh,
saying? That's the whole point.
you don't have any
Right,
deal
go ahead,
breaker
Paul.
questions you ask up front, or you're just
Yeah.
cool going with the flow and not even knowing if she wants children, if she wants to get married, if she's like nothing. I mean, you're cool with just saying, I like her vibe, I'm attracted to her, and I don't need
Right.
to know anything else. I'm just gonna see what
Today,
happens.
yes.
Okay.
Today, yes.
That's fair. That's all I'm asking. I'm just wondering
Yeah.
if y'all just be like,
Yeah.
okay, well, let's go see.
Tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know.
Right.
You know
Go
what
ahead,
I'm
go ahead,
saying? Like,
You
Paul.
ask me questions and you find out the next
I
day.
don't think you're right or wrong. I don't think you're right or wrong.
No, I don't think it's right or wrong. It's not how I would move, but I'm not mad at y'all. I'm just trying to understand how y'all think. So you don't care if you don't know.
You really not mad at us?
She
Like,
wants
at least
children,
at
she
that.
wants children.
Right.
You probably mad at that. You probably
No,
Right,
mad
I
at
got
that.
under her skin today. I'm
Listen to
just
what
getting
asking.
started.
I know that we're not the same. That you're
I'm
not me.
getting
and
under
I'm
her
not you.
skin.
But I'm asking you, Jay, if you want to have more children and the lady is sterile, you don't care about
Mhm.
finding out that she's sterile until 6 day 10. That's cool with you because you're going with the
See,
flow.
what? Till day 10?
6, 10, whenever it comes out, because you saying you're going with
Oh,
the
yeah.
flow.
Yeah. All right.
You
Yeah.
don't
I'm
have
like,
to deal
yeah.
with the questions. Okay,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
That's how we understand how
I
we
don't
do
think
it.
we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get a month down the road or 2 months down the road. Like
Don't know. Going with the flow. But
it's probably
okay,
gonna come up in conversation
Right.
having
yeah,
babies or not having babies because we're
right.
gonna probably be practicing by then. Like we
Okay,
doing all
but
this
you wouldn't
practice
want to
bullshit.
know before you
Oh, look.
start
Go ahead.
planning.
We're gonna let Paul answer the question now. Go ahead, Paul. What's your thought?
Just
I'm
cutting
just
people off, man. Look, he
so I
don't want you
mean,
to talk. You don't want you to be great. He don't want you to be great.
yeah.
That was happening, boy.
Boy,
Look at him.
we'll
Look at his shining forehead. Like, look at him. He's trying to keep you down.
we'll go down too many tracks. I want to hear what y'all got to say because I got to follow up for this. But go ahead, Paul.
I mean, today I'm in a go with the flow mode. So I mean, I'm good with it. But if I wanted something more, then I would need to have some parameters around that. Like, what does that mean? When do we talk about this again? That type of stuff, right? So, and if we can't talk about it and we can't come to a mutual space, then it's time for me to bounce. I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're sometimes when I hear this from the women's side, it's almost like they don't have a choice. It's like you got a choice, bounce.
Mm-hmm.
There's it's like an at no fault kind of a deal.
Understand.
I think nobody's at fault at right.
Right. It's no.
It's
I'm just
one
saying.
of the
But
99
let's not flip
relationships
it
I'm
back.
not
that's not
saying
supposed to
it's
work.
I'm just saying
Let's
if
not flip it back on the women. I want
no,
to
no,
hear.
no.
It's
Okay,
not.
listen to what I'm saying.
Who's flipping on
Listen to what I'm
whom?
saying.
Uh-huh.
I'm saying
I'm
if
trying
I
to flip
want
you over,
something
maybe.
more and she is not offering that, I am bouncing. It's no like it's
We
not
agree
even
with that. We're
it's
just
not
trying to
even
find out the same questions that you're trying to find out. Maybe we asked
but
earlier.
I'm saying it's cool.
And
But
y'all
it's
don't
cool.
like
It's
us.
not a
All we're
problem.
trying to do.
It's cool. It's not a problem. It's like
It is a
we
problem.
don't want
Somebody
the
says we
same
don't go with the
things.
flow enough. It is
We
a problem.
don't want the same things. Okay, deuces. That's it.
Agreed.
That's it.
Agreed. The timing of go with the flow is different for us than y'all. Because Crash brought up that early on dates, the first few dates, women ask too many questions. But we're asking because we want to know beforehand if there's certain deal breaker shit that we need to know so that we don't continue to go down this road and find out something later that we know we can't deal with. And then you saying that
I'll
you
say
find
this
out something you can't deal with, you gonna bounce. So we agree
real
with
quick.
that. We just don't agree with
I'll say
when
this.
we start asking the questions. So
I'll say this real quick.
Yeah,
This is another semantic kind of deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's also in how and when you ask the question.
True. That's
If you
what
just asking out the blue, y'all was just talking about like the different strokes or something like that. Hey, bye. Well, if y'all like you saw see some children playing around, whatever. Oh, look at that! Look at it. I could probably use 2 or 3 of these. You know what I'm saying?
It
You know,
makes
you be like, oh, well, hold on. I ain't know about all that. I don't know about 2 or 3. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's just in a matter of fact, it's kind of a way. But if it's like you sitting at the table, you feel like it's an interview. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, okay, all right, this is the way you asking is giving me pause because it's probably not, from
Okay.
us just wanting to feel like who's, and it's both ways. It's both ways, man. Because dudes be asking questions, trying to.
Sometimes they
But
say
we ain't talking both ways.
Yeah.
I
just
want to
got
Yes, we
know
one
are.
question.
Yes, we are.
I just got one
specifically.
question I got one
Go ahead.
question we gotta talk about later. We ain't gotta say it now, but how
Uh-huh.
many dates in until you get pissed at me for saying I'm cool on you? All right,
Right.
because women be like, "Oh, we already went on 4 or 5 dates. Y'all might feel it's cool. I might be cool on your ass after 4 or 5.
True.
Right.
True.
Right.
And
But I'm
that's
Right.
gonna catch
fair.
the negative end of that damn stick though.
Right.
Somehow, even though I was just doing the same thing you was doing, like you just said, we
Oh,
was
well,
doing
I
the
don't
same
have that
thing.
issue.
Right.
Well, you got
Right.
to ask
See,
the audience about that. If a man don't
right.
want me, we realize at a certain point we ain't good. We ain't good. It's fine. It's no hard feelings. I got friends with men that I've gone out with that just we didn't vibe and it's all fine. So I can't relate to that. You may want to ask some of the
So
ladies.
let's keep it 100, right? Most men are sensitive, right?
Yes.
No.
Whether they want to admit it or not, right? And most men, especially when it comes time to start dating and this that and different things
Yes.
of that nature, right? They tend to move very cautious. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, depending on how soon a question is asked,
That's why
we
Paul would never
immediately.
be in a relationship. That's why Paul would never be in a committed relationship because he's just too. I don't want to deal with that
Yeah,
shit.
right. We immediately
I just want to know if the boyfriend
out,
experience will be
right.
permanent. That's all. I'm not to ask questions.
Right.
I
So
mean,
so hold on. So our red flags go up
Yeah, it is.
immediately. Our men's red flag go up quicker than a woman's red flag based on certain things that she
okay.
says. Right.
Yes.
So with that being said, I think you're full of shit, Paul. Which I'm in the go with the flow mode right now. Unless you just basically saying I just want to fuck, and if that's what you're saying,
Boyfriend experience. Yes. That's
you know what I'm
that's
saying? I
exactly
just
what
want
it
to
is.
fuck. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, Jay? You know what I mean?
Why
Rob,
why
hold on,
does it always
Rob. We didn't
See,
hear from you,
why
Rob.
does it always
listen,
boil
man.
down to
He's
sex?
trying to put you in the box, man. He's
Why
trying to
does it
put you in the
always
box.
boil
Look
Come
at
down
on,
that,
to
Cal.
dog.
Well, keep it real with
Look
us.
at
Come
him,
on.
dog.
You the only
why
one
does
making
it
Trying to
this
put
always
you in the
dialogue
box.
right now.
Trying to
I'm
make
putting all
make
my
you
hopes in you,
be
Rob.
somebody who you not.
Alex
y'all
Trebek, can I hit the questions
y'all
again?
never hung out with somebody and not had sex with them? Like, is that
Oh
a
yeah.
Yeah, we're not
A
talking
whole
about
lot of
sex. We're talking about dating. We
a
didn't get
whole
to
lot of
that
But
women.
yet.
but did you look at them sexually before though?
I already know
Before
when I go out with you whether I would give you some or not. We don't need to have that. I don't need to look at him no kind of way. I don't. Come on, man. Come.
Right.
You're
So
right. There's too
so
many
Rob,
rules.
We
There's
hold
too
on,
many
know.
Rob.
motherfucking rules.
We know. It's
You
whether
right,
you mess
Miriam.
up or not, whether you get
How
some
you
or
doing,
not.
by
We
the way?
know
How
that
you
we
doing?
would give you some or not. We
Excuse
don't
me.
need to
Hold on,
compare.
Rob. The question was if you dating a woman and she says just go with the flow, are you willing to just are you going to take her seriously?
I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
flow. I'm gonna go with the
Yeah.
flow. But I tell you what,
Hmm.
you better not catch the feeling, cause I'm gonna keep going with the flow. Cause my go with the flow is what to me. I don't care. See, I ain't like other dudes.
Oh.
How we start out, it's hard for me to shift from that a lot of times. That's why.
Oh, okay. So
That's
you can't.
why
You ain't
for
gonna.
me, when I was doing my thing young, I didn't never fuck with the ones who wanted to be in relationships. I always fuck with the ones who was cool with certain situations, or at least we thought they was cool with certain situations,
Yeah.
because I did not want to have to deal with that type of shit coming with that. Cause I'm telling you, bro, I could have a conversation with women back in the day, bro, and they'll think that shit is more than what it was. And I had to limit myself. And that's why I tell folks, learn it young. I don't do that boyfriend experience shit with everybody. You can't do that. You can't do that.
It's Paul
Especially,
out here being toxic, breaking hearts,
Mhm.
crushing dreams and shit.
I mean, I done had my
What
fair
if
share
you
too.
question
Cause
it with honesty? You question it with. I mean, if you being honest, I mean, come
I
on,
mean,
man.
listen though,
being
It
honest
just
has
happens to
nothing to
fall
do
that way.
with feelings and chemistry. So he can be
not,
honest all day
not,
long.
now
If
listen.
you're
One thing,
feeling him and he giving an excellent experience, it's still gonna be something that's gonna be occurring in the background, regardless of how honest a
what,
man is. We're
what,
human beings. We don't turn emotions and chemistry and feelings off. So
one
whatever.
thing,
But it's I
one
mean, he did the right thing. He was ethical in it, so you can't blame him.
one thing about it though, man. See, I believe in karma. Everything go in a circle, right? So for me, I honestly, I ain't even lying. I was not about trying to break hearts, because my main purpose was not to be the dude who made you turn sour. I ain't want to be that dude. So when you coming to me and you talking about love, because my personality outside of the whole side of me, I'm cool. I'm a likable dude and all of that. But boo, I don't want your relationship. I don't want I don't want responsibilities coming with that because it's expectation. And if you ain't ready for expectation, be a real motherfucker and say, I don't want them expectations on me. Because if you sitting there and I smash and things go further, you looking at it now as a holistic, like, oh, he cool over here, conversation. I seen him in a different light. But then I also been with him physically. So now I'm dealing with two aspects because mentally you into me and physically you into me. So I used to be like, first of all, because my patience was low, y'all. I ain't want to deal with the stress, man. I ain't want to break nobody's heart because I really ain't know how to deal with people's emotions
But
and all
that's
that.
fair, Rob. But no one's
All
arguing
that.
about y'all being honest. We arguing about us asking the questions so
No,
y'all
I don't care.
so we can decide. Like you're right. You're 100% right. If you say that's not what you want to do and you don't want them titles and them responsibilities put on you, then we have a choice to go ahead and roll with it and get our feelings hurt later, or say, okay, he don't want the same thing I want, and bounce. So again, the question is, how does that timing work? If I ask you on date 2, if you're looking for anything, if you're open to something permanent like a marriage or a commitment, or do I need to ask you on date 6, which makes no damn sense to me at all, whether you're into something permanent so that I know where you're at. So the timing is still the issue here. I don't think being
Oh,
honest,
ain't no time issue with me.
none of that is an issue.
I let you know right off the bat. Ain't no time issue with me because as a man who done went through phases, when I hit I want to be in a relationship phase, that was me motherfucking bringing that to the table. I was the one saying like, look, hey, this is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because if I ain't want that, I would still be out here playing the field.
No,
One thing about
Rob
Rob,
start doing this.
one thing about Rob, I don't disturb no woman peace if I ain't finna be on some real shit. Cause I could be out here doing my thing with the ones who really out here want to do their thing. I ain't trying to disturb you, boo. Do your thing. But understand, when you come over here and I hurt your feelings by saying no thank you, don't get mad at me because I saved you. Cause I'm not on what you want. So it's
They still
about
gonna get mad at you, brother.
yeah, you know what? But you gotta be,
No,
you
we're
gotta
all gonna
own,
be
you
mad.
gotta own
No,
that
we're
shit
not.
though. You gotta own
No, we're
some of
not.
that
No,
part
you
of that.
don't.
You gotta
No,
own
you do
some part
not.
of that. Yeah, you do,
No,
play
you
it.
don't.
Yeah, you
No,
do,
you
play it.
don't.
You
Well, so
gotta
No,
own.
nobody
Jay,
has
why
to
you
do
don't have
anything in life.
why you
If
don't
you
have
I
to
agree
own
with
it,
you.
Jay?
I
Jay, why
agree.
you don't
I
have to
agree with
own it?
you. But if you had to, then we would be a whole lot better than one another. We had to do the right thing, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So no, we don't have to. Like we still make the choice not to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Why?
No, that's understood.
Why?
manipulation
You know
with a
what I'm
lot of
saying?
words on feelings, bro. I think that we have some men that's a lot better at that than women.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Cook game.
I
Cook game.
disagree,
Cook game.
but hold on. But before I comment, um, everybody, if you like the show, you enjoying it, make sure you share on your page. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Good. Can you post, or somebody else? Can you post the YouTube link in the chat, because we are live on YouTube as well. We
I'll do it
definitely.
from the outside on my phone because I can't look
Right, cool.
at the
Yeah,
screen.
because I can't hit it right now.
Well, no,
Um,
it'll take you out. So let me do it from my phone. All right.
you know what I'm saying? So go to our YouTube page, like, subscribe. We're gonna start going live from the page
We are
really, really soon. Really, really soon, and we won't be on Facebook. We're gonna be on YouTube, and Facebook will be for the recaps. So make sure you go over there, you subscribe. If you're enjoying what you're hearing right now, go ahead and share it on your page. It takes nothing to share it. All right, I'm done. I'm done with my sponsor session in the middle.
I'm
All
gonna post
right,
it right
so all right, cool.
Ulysses says Rob talks like he's lived 8 different lives,
now. Yes,
8 different
no other
lifetimes.
soul. He's the
But
pastor.
I started laughing, boy.
I'm on my
You start
24th
preaching,
hour in my
boy.
40s.
but you know what
Oh
though?
man.
I pick on Paul, but I respect Paul, but I also agree with you, Rob, and as far as where I was concerned, that was me as well. You know what I'm saying? When I was ready for a relationship, I made myself I put myself in a relationship mindset and started to carry myself in that way so that when I
Hmm.
did find someone that met some of what I was looking for, then I knew I was ready. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Versus,
right.
you know what I'm saying, just having a smash-a-thon or a date-a-thon, just going with the flow to see what would happen. You know what I mean? But
Stacy,
you know what I'm
thank you, Stacy. We appreciate you.
Please sub on YouTube.
Thank you, sis. I can't even hear
Oh, why you doing like that? Why you doing like that? Oh,
follow us over there.
you got that smoke from the comments, man. All the way from the comments, you got that
help me
smoke.
get that back running. So
Good Lord.
Are you the oldest?
yeah,
I'm
probably. Yeah.
I didn't think so. I think I'm the second or the third oldest. They want to know what our age
The
is.
third oldest.
I'm 46. OG, what about you?
I'm
Are you
53.
saying
He said 53.
53? And Rob is our baby. He's 40. Jay,
I'm in between y'all, man.
in between y'all. Dad,
I got an AARP card.
okay. Yeah.
I can't
I'll
hear
be
nothing.
44. I'll be 44 in June, man.
You
So,
real. So that's a
Couple of months,
we
couple
need to have a
of weeks,
young man.
couple of weeks.
Yeah, we need to have a party, me, you, and Rob. You know what I mean? Because I'm July, so you know what I'm saying. We just combine them all and have one
I
party
just
for
got
us.
mine
You know
too,
what I'm saying?
so we all turning.
Yeah, come on down
next
too.
year
We
at the
we
same
just have an imperfect truth party. You know what I mean? But go ahead, good. You had a question, right?
No, it's not really a question. I just don't understand the difference, and I think that's where we just don't think the same. I don't understand the difference of y'all saying once I hear that she don't want what I want, then I'm bouncing, but y'all ask too many questions. It's just something that we just don't think the same about. I guess it's kind of like
Yeah, I
He
don't
don't
feel
want
like
he don't
you're
want to
asking
answer
too many
that shit.
questions. I feel
right.
like I think it's valid for you to ask those questions. I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask those questions. Go ahead and ask them.
If you're saying that we shouldn't, it's just something is.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Something
I didn't.
about
Men,
each other.
men don't
I
want
didn't
to
say
answer
that.
them
I said
motherfuckers.
go ahead and ask your
Right.
questions. And
Don't
if
get
we're
mad.
not
Keep it
on the
moving to the
same
next
page,
question.
yeah, if we're
Well,
not
yeah,
on the
ask my
same
questions
page,
anyway. If you're offended, then we just not
yeah,
meant to.
no, ask the questions.
That's
And
fine.
Check,
if
check.
we're not on the same page, then
Yeah,
it's okay for you to bounce.
yeah. But I mean, we're
Check for
responding
the
to what Crash
combo
said.
with
He
drink,
said that we
baby.
asked too much what the post. So I think we've kind of we didn't come to an understanding, but we understand that we all think of that differently, and the time in which that question is okay to be asked varies for each person. So
You can
it's
get
a,
the
it's
check
a, it's a kind
respectfully.
of
There is no understanding to get.
Right. I,
There is no understanding to get. Like
No,
it
right,
is what.
right. I know, but when we're asking
think
these questions, it's kind of an assumption that we're going to come to an answer, and not everything has an answer. So for this one,
Okay.
we all think
Especially with feelings
similar
involved.
but differently about the timing. So there is no answer. So
That's right. Where you are and where that person is,
could be two
you
different
know,
places. Yeah.
yeah.
and it might be the one. You know, you ain't gonna be. You more than likely not gonna be the one. Like it just is what it is. You take 1,000 people. You
Right.
might meet two of them.
Right. No, that's fine
Oh,
too. That's fine.
998
Bro,
other
if they,
people.
if they get them claws in you, bro, it's hard. You ain't getting away, boy. You ain't getting
Yeah,
away.
that's true too. That's true
If you
too.
show any qualities of what they was looking for, and they got time to get them Wolverines out, bro. Once they get them dug
Oh
Ooh.
in you,
yeah,
once y'all dig them
you
in,
ain't gonna.
y'all will ride a bad wave, a good wave. Y'all will ride with the fool. I'm like, damn, it's date number 3. You talking about? Oh, I knew from first sight. You done dug your claws in the man, got you all in the toxic pool with him and everything,
Now,
and then it's his
Right.
fault.
So
It's his
so
fault.
here's my 2 cents,
Don't do
right?
that. Don't do
I,
that,
I
Rob.
think
Don't do that right now, man. Don't do that
I
right
think
now, man.
Good said it earlier, you know what I'm saying, that what I mean, asking, and Rob mentioned it as well. The deal breaker question should be asked before you even meet for a first date. You know what I'm saying? I think anything outside
Deal
the deal
breaker.
breaker question, like do you want kids? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to get married? You know what I'm saying? Those simple stuff. But anything outside of that of like, you know what I'm saying, where's this going and
oh
it's
hell
not
yeah,
moving fast enough,
hell
this, that,
yeah.
and the other.
Agreed.
I
I
think
think those, and I think a lot of times, I know when I was single, it would be the second date and women would already be like, so where you see this going? And I'm like,
No,
it's the second date. You
all
know,
right. No,
man. If
Like
women
that.
asking certain questions
That's
like that,
wild.
bro, they ain't trying to go nowhere with
That's
that,
wild.
bro.
That's wild.
Right, they trying to figure out
Cause
what it
why
is.
you gonna date a woman who say I got my tools, I ain't having no more kids? Why we even
That's all
going
I
on
was
a
thinking.
date?
But okay,
Why
yeah.
we even going on a date? No,
Right.
baby. It's a brother out here who
Why
don't want
not?
no kids. He don't
Why
want no
not?
kids.
So we agree.
Right.
What? Because
Why
I'm wasting
not go on a
time and
date?
money on
What
her
else
when I
could
could
you
be
do?
I could spend time and money on little mama over here who ready to have some kids.
Then you gonna say we're looking for a
So
free
a
meal.
waste of time. A person cannot never be a waste of time.
No, they
I
can't.
don't know, man.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
I
can't.
mean, if you know what they are, and you decide to go on a date with them anyway, I mean,
So
it's not a
you
waste of
don't know
time.
what
you
they
gonna
are.
go
You
drop
ask them
$100,
questions.
$150 on a date that you shouldn't be on.
You think.
If you and I have this one thing in common, I ain't met nobody else I've been dating, and we can go and do that together one good time, I'ma go.
But
I'm
maybe
going
you
on
don't
that
want to
date.
do that
Jay
good
that
thing
go with
one
the
time.
flow
Maybe we
for
want to
real,
know
bro.
what's going deeper. So
I'm
we
gonna
Yeah,
go on
yeah,
the
yeah.
Jay
date.
be speaking.
J Lo
Jay be
key go with the
speaking.
flow.
Jay be speaking in them goddamn Robin Hood poems and shit like that, boy.
Yo,
Like,
she
hey,
likes
just go with
she
the
likes
flow, cause the
orienteering.
water
Do you
gonna
know what
trouble the ride.
orienteering is?
y'all
Do
know
you know
what
what orienteering is?
Mhm.
Like
orienteering?
orienteering, yes.
No, unless you mean like those scavenger hunt type of things. I don't know what orienteering.
It's almost it's a
Orienteering.
scavenger hunt race,
Mhm.
right? And
Okay, then I have
so
seen.
somebody so if I
Let
met
me tell
somebody
you,
that
you
was
do
cool with that,
interesting today.
I'm like, oh, we gonna go do that, even though we're not gonna probably be together, but we probably gonna go do that.
Okay, but that's a friendship thing, and some people are cool with that. I would definitely go if it was on a friendship basis. But if I want you and you don't want to have children, and I'm picturing having your babies, then we have a problem.
So
Mhm.
That's all I'm saying. You know,
it ain't really a date though. It ain't really a date. It ain't
right?
really a
It
date.
wouldn't be a date. It would be like, okay, I know you don't want the same things
Okay,
I
that's the
want,
difference.
but we have something
That's
in
the
common,
difference.
so let's still hang out, or let's mess around until you find somebody that wants what you want, and then we move on. I've had those kind of conversations as well too. I'm all about the transparency. I like you, you like me, you want kids, I can't have kids. So what you want to do? You want to not talk, or you want to mess around in the meantime, and then when you meet somebody that has what you want, then you go about your business. I've had those same
I ain't doing that.
If
I
we
ain't
just
doing that.
if we just
We
Well, you don't
fucking,
have to
looking.
I
do
don't
instant
care about all
questions.
I
that
We
shit.
ain't.
had a transparent conversation. Is what I'm
If we
saying.
just fucking, I don't care about all that
Right,
shit. I
exactly.
ain't
Because
asking
the
you about that.
conversation is real, right?
That's how you can know what the fuck I'm about. If I ask
Thank
you
you.
about kids, marriage and shit, I'm looking at you in a different light. If I'm asking you about what's popping, hey, this, that, and the other, and I'm curving that shit, I don't want to answer that shit. That's why I ain't
Right.
curving it. I don't want to
Well,
answer it.
we got a question
Now,
at the bottom. Anybody want to answer
I make sure I got my
Yvonne's
gel
question?
in though when I do that shit.
yeah, Yvonne. Yeah, yeah. We will still pursue the acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? Because you
I
never,
won't unless I say it's going to be a friendship, and I'm upfront with that. And I do
you
say
know
that.
what I'm saying. You never know what happens, man. A whole lot of friends have fucked too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if they fucking have
So
babies, they just going to be practicing on me.
so
Mm.
all right, we're gonna go and move on to the next
Yes,
question,
sir.
the next topic. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to go leave by the time it shows up.
We can kind of
I would be. You can
we can end with
continue
that.
as
Oh
an
yeah,
acquaintance.
yeah, she going in, unless Rob, Paul, or Jay, if y'all don't have a question, then I'll go on with this next one.
Oh yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, go with the acquaintance thing. Right? That's it.
Now what I want to understand, right, or just kind of let's have a discussion. I don't necessarily have a question about it, but me and Good, we chatted about it briefly, and then I've heard different men, even on the men's show in the chat as well, talk about things that women may say on their online posts, how they carry themselves. So my question is, let's discuss. We'll say, because I don't have no question. Why is it that women in 2021 are still held to a higher standard than men?
But they don't want to see their woman as the way they see the women they don't care nothing about. So it's okay for a hoe to be a hoe because you know she's a hoe. You think of her as a hoe. And I don't
She's
mean
not a
hoe
hoe.
as
She
if
in
I have
touch
any
with
judgment
herself.
on hoes because I don't. But for the sake of conversation, hoe in air quotes, you don't want your woman to be a hoe publicly. You definitely want to be a hoe behind doors, but you don't want everybody else to see her being a hoe. That's the way I've always understood it. That's the way my homeboys have told me. Like I don't want everybody to see what I got or how you get down and know what I got going down, even though I may like and comment on everybody else doing that same shit. I don't want you to do it. That's
Right.
the
And I hear a lot of men, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, she look good, but yo, you seen her post or you seen her profile, you see this, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't take her seriously, or I wouldn't do this, do that. But the same men, you know what I'm saying, they hopping in every chick's DM, you know what I'm saying? They sending random dick pictures and they expect to be taken seriously. So I guess the question to y'all is, one, do you expect women to live up to a different standard than men, especially if it's somebody you're considering dating?
y'all unicorns though.
But
No,
what? Okay.
no.
Can,
But I'm a realist too, man. Like shit, we all
hmm
got shit going on. We all got Trump. We got all kind a whole slew of shit. I think
hmm
I just give people benefit of the doubt leeway,
hmm
and that's. I mean, I feel like you just got to do that, man. Like otherwise, I feel like you're going to everything with preconceived notions, and we all know what a lot of that leads to.
hmm
Just
Okay.
pay attention to what it is, man. Just know what it is. Like have discernment. You know
hmm
what's going on. Like what? Why why you putting all this shit in your head trying to make it something different? You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's not going more than likely the next person that you meet is probably not going to be the one either. I'm talking about the next person you meet. You know what I'm talking about? But that
But
person's out there. You know what I'm saying? But odds are like it's your moment, your season, your lifetime. That
right, but
lifetime
but
category is ah,
but
I don't
but
know.
but but do you kind of
You make
immediately
an acquaintance. You make an
disqualify
acquaintance.
do you disqualify certain women based on their online persona? You know what I'm saying? I know Michelle has told, a lot of Michelle friends and have said, shit, the way Dak is, I could never date Dak. You know what I'm saying? Because of this and because
I
of
don't know.
that. You know
Man,
what I'm saying?
I'll never say
Do you
never,
do
man.
that?
I'll never put a rule out there. I'll never put a rule. It's always an exception type of deal, and I always tend to find somebody that's an exception to the rule. You know what I'm talking about? So like
Mhm,
it is like until it happens. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like
mhm,
I would like to say probably I probably wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Holler at them like that, but it might be something about them. I mean, like yeah, I know you. You like to do your thing, but hey, I still feel you. You know what I'm saying? Understanding what that connection is and getting over that the social construct. You know
Well,
what I'm
I,
saying?
so
What people might say, what the homies might say or whatever. You feel what the check you feeling it. You feeling the hoe, you feeling the hoe. Like it is
You
what it
still
is.
saying
You
that
know
you
what
had
I'm
some issue with it. You
a-
didn't
I,
say
as
that
my
I,
you
kids
didn't
say,
like it.
man, y'all
It's
capping,
obviously an
man.
nah,
issue.
Y'all
Right, exactly. No
I
one's just
really,
being cut and dry. It's obviously an issue. You can get over it,
y'all
but
yeah,
it's
I
an
y'all
don't trip.
issue.
capping.
I don't
Go
trip
ahead, bro.
about. Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trip about persona because I know nobody would fuck with me if that was the case because I'm pretty
Mhm,
sure people be watching my response and I'm real as fuck, so I'm keeping it real on here. People watch my
Yeah.
response and
Bow
be like,
wow.
oh hell no,
Bow
there's
wow.
no way that I wouldn't ever go through that situation. Look, but one, I'm older, mind frame differently. One, two, everybody different. So you know, guarantee you gonna get done a certain way because somebody talked about a scenario in their life or something. That's what people fucking up at. You hear
mhm,
one scenario, you see one scenario, you think
Can I say preach?
this motherfucker was being
It's her whole
honest.
life,
He
right?
was
Yeah.
being honest
Preach.
about, hey, I haven't cheated before, and next thing you know, this motherfucker's a cheater for lifetime. Like,
Right.
god damn, like the man couldn't turn his life around. Like, I ain't talking Derek Jackson. Like, I ain't necessarily talking that, but I'm saying, god damn, like you gotta kind of
Everybody's capable of everything.
man,
Good,
listen.
good and bad, dog.
I think people
I
get
agree with
hung
you,
up.
Rod.
They get
Okay,
hung
I
up
agree
on
so
with you,
persona,
Rod.
man. You
And look
gotta
at
so
Dak. Look at Dak's face.
so
Look
when
at
they
Dak's
have those
face.
like those
Y'all capping, man. Y'all capping. Y'all
so
straight capping, man.
if a girl you like gets on one of those Friday night like show me what you got thirst trap photo threads and she bent over, she got certain shit out, she just got her
man, these
nipples
dudes
like
girls be on
very covered,
OnlyFans.
she got her tongue out, like she for real acting up, like is that gonna be like a oh, or is that gonna be like a oh, like is it gonna be an issue, or are you gonna
It's
look
up
and
to
like
you.
It's
but
gonna be a
not
save
talk to her
It's
ass.
no
up to the
more,
person.
like
It's gonna be
Up to the person. It's
save
up
ass,
to the person.
a save ass
I know, but I'm
JPG or
asking
GIF.
you
That's what it's
No,
personally.
gonna
I'm not
be.
asking various person. I'm
it's
asking
gonna it's
you
gonna
personally.
be an issue because it's
But
gonna be an issue because I'm gonna look at what she posts and then I'm gonna look at the picture would be okay, but then I'm gonna also look at what she posts on her page. And if she posts on her page, like, you know what I'm saying, like she got bit by a sick dog or something like that, then I'm gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like she posting like she got rabies, like she fucking crazy.
Nah, he gonna
You
be
know what
like,
I'm
how bad is it?
What?
Rabies? I'm not understanding.
How bad
like
is it?
like they say
Like
rabies make
COVID?
you crazy. They
Can't be
say
that
rabies
bad.
make you crazy. If
You know,
she
you put
posts
the mouth on it and you get paralysis. I don't
right,
know what.
right, right. So if she act like she crazy, because to me rabies is crazy, right? If she
What?
posts like she crazy, and I'm gonna look at her as, you know what? It's something that I would potentially try to play with, but not something I would get serious with.
Okay, I think you.
Only way
I think you.
through. The
Go
You
ahead,
gotta
only
put. You
Paul.
way
gotta put.
through.
Gotta
Hold on. Let Paul
put.
respond because Paul got something to say.
Yeah, I'm allergic to
Boyfriend
drama.
experience.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
allergic to drama, so if I perceive drama, I don't think I can even approach that person.
Mm.
Um, the
Mm.
other thing is, people be trying to match love languages and shit, and sometimes you probably need to match your demons too. Yeah,
Need to
match
match.
your
Need to match
demons.
what too?
So that's there's nobody perfect out there, right? So
That's
somebody out
right.
there that's on some bullshit, like I'm on some
That's right.
bullshit. Like, you know what? You on the same bullshit. I like that.
You want the boyfriend experience. I want the girlfriend experience. Okay.
Right, we on the
Perfect.
same bullshit.
I'm
So
walking
let's
in the
We on the
let's see
deep
what's
same
going
we on
boy.
the same
on.
experience shit.
But yeah, as far as online personas go, you never know until you talk to the person, because I've given off a bad first impression, but after people get to know me, it's all right. But it just depends.
Boy,
True.
the grassroots marketing of that book, boy.
I have a
Jesus
whole
Christ.
no go list.
Jesus, boy.
I put
The
on my no
marketing
go
of that
list,
book.
and now I just.
Shit
Now,
like the
Paul.
Bible.
He's a dear.
Yeah, Paul said a
I was
mouthful.
wrong. Huh?
No, I said Paul said a mouthful, matching demons versus matching love languages. You know what I mean? And I have
Mm-hmm.
that written down because I knew we was gonna go there tonight, and we're gonna end with that.
Mm-hmm.
Demons, huh?
What's your thoughts on love language? Because I'm gonna save mine for last. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Grassroots marketing bullshit, bro. Listen, the reason I don't like that book, bro, is because people are looking at that shit like it's cookie cutter, bro. Like we all could say physical touch, but we all mean it five different ways, man. There's no cookie cutter to this shit. And you gotta be able to have hard conversations into understanding what someone's true holistic love languages are. People will be like, oh, physical touch and words of affirmation. Okay, I'm kind of confused because I need to understand what you mean when you say that. Because my last girl just wanted to hear "I love you" all the time. You might want me to praise you in other areas. You might want me to do different things. But people ain't having them type conversations. They just going, "I told you what my love language is." What the fuck that mean?
right,
You read
bro.
a book and you all of a sudden know what your love language is, but you don't know how to convey that shit to me.
Right. It
You ain't
helps
conveying
people.
nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't convey to me how you want to receive love, fuck that book. Fuck that book, because you ain't learned what you needed to learn from that book. You needed to learn about self and what
Woo!
was gonna be what was gonna be for you, not what the fuck that book said, man. That shit's like it's like I said, it's like a framework to understanding different aspects, but that ain't got to be what he described in that book is you. It may not be totally you. You might want your man to touch your left cheek. The last chick wanted the right cheek.
Right.
How
Right
the
cheek,
fuck I'm
right
supposed to
cheek,
know? You
left
got to
cheek,
have
right
them
I
cheek.
think
conversations.
I
Go ahead,
think
Jay.
I think I think in our human condition, we think the whole piece, the one piece, is the whole puzzle. Right? We once we figure out this one thing, yeah, we go way too far with it. It is meant to be used in conjunction with everything else you can use as far as your senses. Man, and mainly common sense. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about discernment again, really. So, like, literally, like, yeah, this love language thing may be able to help you understand somebody a little bit more quicker, but it's not the end and all be all. Right? It's just a tool. You know what I'm saying? Amongst many different things right? So what is most important is you in the moment and you're listening to and and listening to understand what the person what that's across from you that you're trying to figure out what direction to go in. You know what I'm saying? And so if you can do that, then a lot of the distractions like love language or think like a man, act like a whatever, all these titles and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just being in the moment with the person that you're hanging out with and seeing if you want to move to the next one. Period. You know what I'm saying? And that's and listening, like you know what I'm saying, and not really like not trying to be somebody else, not trying to like hide anything or whatever. But you're not telling all your business. You know what I'm saying? But like you're in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not there for you, it's not there. But if it is, God bless it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
a lot of times we can't because we're listening to love languages, and we're trying to go off Steve Harvey's book, or this if then think what do you call it? The if then little meme you saw the other day said something. Well, I agree with that. So if you don't drive to the east in the morning to go to work, then I ain't messing with. You know what I'm saying? Like what? What you talking about? Like it's
Mhm.
everything, man. Keep everything in mind. So yeah, it's yeah. If you get
Right.
a hold up piece of something that's good, then use it, but don't let it take over the whole piece.
These books are
Uh-huh.
not these and one more thing, bro. These books
No,
are
no, no.
not
That was for Jay. That was for Jay.
these books are not
Yeah, I
cliff
was long.
notes.
I was long. I was long. Shit.
These
Go ahead.
books are not cliff notes to having a conversation. I don't know why
No.
motherfuckers think because they read the book they ain't got to have a conversation. Because guess what? You
Well,
took the test.
well.
You took the test. I know what you are. I took the test. You know what
Huh.
I am. So where the fuck we
Well.
conversating about this at? About hey, let's sit down for a
Well.
minute and let me really
Well.
understand where your head is and what you really like. Cause you explained what
Yeah.
your last boyfriend didn't do and what you didn't
Hmm.
like, but what do you really like?
Hmm.
Hey,
What you
hey,
say, good?
Need an organ. Need an organ, dog. Woo.
hey.
I think of love languages the way I think of zodiacs and personality quizzes and profiles, and what I think about listening to a person's past and what they've been through. I think it's a baseline and it gives you a place to
Yeah.
possibly start from because each person may react to certain environments, situations, and things differently. So I look at the love
Hmm.
languages as okay, touch is important to him. I don't think it's the only thing. I'm not going to spend all day touching him and then not cooking him dinner or not doing something else that's going to keep him alive. Like I don't think
Right.
it's the end all and be all, but it definitely gives me a place to start with a person that I don't know well yet. So if a man
Right.
tells me he really likes to be touched, then I'm going to tentatively start.
Hell yeah.
I'll touch here, I'll touch here. And if I don't get the right responses, I'm going to say, okay, daddy, babe, I'm going to say,
Daddy. Oh shit.
I'm
Daddy.
going to say,
Oh shit.
hey,
Oh,
wait,
That
hold
liquor
Oh
on,
talk came out.
oh, the
shit.
liquor came out for a
hold on, let me
moment.
finish
Yeah,
though. I'm
keep
going to say,
drinking. Keep
hold
Let
on,
drinking.
it,
Hold
let
on.
it.
wait.
Who
Let
was you
me
talking to?
finish
Who was you
though.
talking to?
Let me finish
Who was
though.
your
Let me
who
finish
was you
though.
talking?
I'm
Who
gonna
was you talking
say,
to? Was talking to
I'm
somebody
gonna
on
say, listen. Are y'all gonna listen to me or y'all gonna cut me up? I'm gonna
Go
ask the
ahead, girl. Go
question
ahead.
I was
of
trying
does
to get
Hold
context.
on,
I'm trying
Jay.
to
Let her
understand
finish,
you.
Jay. Let her finish, Jay. Good.
finish, and then you can ask me your question. I see your hand is up. You can ask me after I finish. I would ask, do you like this? Do you like when I touch you here? Do I like when I touch you there? If I don't understand that, I'm gonna say, tell me how you want me to touch you, and then I'm gonna demonstrate. Did this what you like? Then I know where I'm at. Like I don't think of it as a instruction manual, and you don't need to have the conversation like Rob said. You still have to know
Right.
what this person likes and what touch means to him. Some men don't like you coming up, putting your hand on the back of his neck or touching his booty in public. Like, people have their own boundaries and how they feel. So to me, it's just a baseline to get an idea of what he likes. Okay, so what
Good,
what
Paul.
questions y'all got?
I think Paul had something real quick.
Yeah. Cut
Did
me
you have
off.
a
Cut me
comment?
off
If,
that.
if not, we want to know
Cut
about
me
this
off.
daddy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna get back to that, but I think love language, when people speak of them, they only speak of how they receive it and not how they give it. So,
Yeah. I was that confused.
Yes,
What do you mean?
so
Does
that
that
too.
yeah, it's a one
what?
way conversation about this is about me, this is about me, this is about me, but it's not about the other person. So if I like physical
Mm,
touch and then the other person is not really physical, because they never receive hugs from their mama, then we have a conversation to have, right? It's like that's
Attachment.
that's different.
Attachment theory.
Right. So we gotta try, like Rob is saying, we gotta have those conversations to understand each other because it's not a one-way thing. So to say that I love physical touch and my person doesn't want to touch me, oh, they don't love me, or they can't love me the way I need to be loved. It's like, well, have a
Hmm.
conversation about it and understand where they're coming from, and why they're not able to touch you the way you want them to
Excellent
touch
point.
Hmm.
No, no,
Excellent.
I
Yeah.
It don't
totally
mean they
agree
love
with
you.
Yeah.
you.
They don't love you. It
And
means they have to show you in a different way. That don't work for them. Excellent point.
right, yeah, I agree. And the only thing I'm gonna add, I think it's actually a tool, a tool. It actually gives people reason to be selfish because it says,
Yeah.
I've told you this is who I am, and read this love language 49 different times, and you're supposed to understand who I am. You know what I mean? And I think it's partly, you know what I'm saying, to what everyone else was saying, that one, people, the art of communication and the art of conversation has been lost because people spend so much time trying to categorize things and trying to find ways to understand someone, whether it's reading, talking to their friends, this, that, and the other, instead of just having a conversation with the person you want to be with and being able and seek to understand before being understood. And,
That's right.
unfortunately, people do not do that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Most conversations are really rooted in some type of selfishness. You know what I'm saying? There's very few conversations, you know what I'm saying, where people are able to express how they feel and say, okay, you know what, I like touch, but to what Good is saying, but I would like for you to touch me here instead of you just saying, I'm, touch is my love language, and she touching your earlobe, and you like that shit fucking feels disgusting.
Right.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
irritated with that
Yeah,
shit.
you know what I'm saying, and you like, I wanted to touch me, you know what I'm saying, my left kneecap or something like that. So, you know what I
True.
Well,
mean?
I think you got to be willing to get your feelings hurt in the fact of your love language ain't working with me, and I think a lot of times, or the way you deliver love ain't working for
Preach.
me, and a lot of people
Hmm.
getting their motherfucking feelings
Yes,
because
they
Hmm.
it's
do.
hard to believe that the way I'm delivering love ain't the motherfucking way you want it. I know you love this what I'm doing. I buy these roses. You love these roses, but you might
Hmm.
not really love no motherfucking roses. But I think that's what I feel you should feel
You
you
should
should
love. Yes.
love. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's hard to be telling a motherfucker like, yo, what you mean? I'm showing you love. How you showing me love? You showing me the way you want to. That's not giving me the warm feeling that I need.
Yes.
I'm over here in this area. So it's
Preach.
a lot of it is people trying to conform you in the process of trying to learn you, you trying to conform. And I
Hmm.
feel like we all get caught up in that. We all get caught
Yeah.
up in the rut of doing that. It's just a matter of, like with me, I'm gonna tell a person like you getting too lost. I want you to be yourself. If that
Hmm.
means that down the road we are not aligned or something, that's cool. But I want you to maintain who you are. Don't get lost in me and become somebody you not. I'll be quick to tell you real quick, reel it in, boo. This ain't who you are. I know you into me and shit, but keep yourself who you are at the core. That's why I liked your ass. If I wanted you to be what I wanted and a yes person, I would have went and found somebody like that. I want you
Hmm.
just how you is. But women, they get into, a lot of times they love us and want to please so much, they'll fall into your spectrum and lose themselves. I don't want you to lose
Preach,
yourself.
Rob.
Stay
Preach.
who you are. Stay who you is. Do your thing. Everything. Cause I gotta feel a certain level of comfort within myself. So I want you to feel that same comfort. I don't never understand why people want to be comfortable in a relationship one sided. Hell no. What kind of relationship that
Hmm.
gonna be? What kind
Right.
of relationship that gonna be?
That tends to be, controlling
S and M.
relationships. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's that S&M type shit. That's the
yeah, you know what I mean.
Fifty
Because
Shades of Grey. Some people like that.
if you're not willing to compromise, you know what I'm saying, then what happens is one person tends to overcompromise or overcompensate for the other person. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
in my experience, what I've seen is that one person tends to become emotionally codependent on the other person. You know what I'm saying? Which creates a whole another level of issues. And I think that's why we have a lot of hurt men out here as well, because they weren't shown how to love and they became emotionally codependent on a woman and got their feelings hurt.
Where you get stuck in the rut and you start seeking the same shit. Like some people get so comfortable with toxic, they seek toxic motherfuckers. Like you can't save them.
They know what it
You
is.
can't save a person that ain't ready mentally to go somewhere that they should be or that you feel they should be. You can't
Hmm.
make nobody do that. I seen so many women trying to force a dude to become something that fool is not. And I'm a real motherfucker telling you he ain't gonna be that. And I ain't hating on the man, but I'm trying to get you to understand that, hey, little mama, you worth more than that. And I know I've been a player in my life, but I still told they ass, you worth more than
Hmm.
this. But if you want to keep playing this game, we can play. I'm not
Hmm.
gonna tell you stop playing in the game. If you get injured, that's your fucking fault. You want to keep playing the game, that's you. But
Hmm.
you gotta. I think a lot of times, man, it's all about ownership. People do not want to take ownership, and ownership starts a lot of things. Ownership starts with them hard conversations, because you cannot expect nobody to love you or understand you without you telling them what the fuck is going on with you. You know,
That's
but a lot of it is because we so rooted in the fact we can't talk to people, we can't be open. I cannot
Our
let her see.
communication.
I can't let her see me in a weak state. But honestly, bro, if you let her see you in a weak state, that might bring her shield the fuck down. So you ain't even got to be working extra hard trying
it
to do
will.
it.
It
But
And
will.
you hell bent on the fact that she got an aggressive mentality. But bro, you said you wanted a strong woman. You can't pick and choose when the fuck you want her to be strong. That's
No,
her.
mm,
yes,
mm,
yes,
That's
yes,
her.
mm.
yes, yes.
That's her,
I
bro.
Sound like
disagree. I
Derek
Bro, you be
Jackson.
disagree.
telling your woman
How
to
you gonna
stand on the
disagree?
Sound
Hold
like
sideline.
on.
Derek
You
Jackson.
kept
I
you was
Right.
okay
disagree.
when she was planning trips and leading
Nah, let
you
me
on
tell
these
you.
different
Let
paths
me
and,
tell
and,
you.
and maneuvering you and helping you out in
That's
certain
not
areas.
when you. That's
Yes,
Go
not
it
when
ahead.
you
is.
talk about.
Go
Yes,
ahead,
it
That's
Jay.
not
is.
when you mad about.
Yes,
It's not when
it
you
is.
get mad about being with a
Ladies, say
strong woman.
yes if you agree with
You get
with
mad
Rob. Say
about.
comment yes.
Bro, I seen so many brothers say they want a
Go
We
ahead.
strong woman
Nah, go
right
ahead.
up
Let
until
Jay say
listen.
something. Go
Here's the
ahead,
thing.
Jay.
she was too
Here's what
strong
I'll
for
say.
him.
I I came up for like 5 minutes and I'm
Here's the
being paid.
difference.
Whatever boss man call
Just
me, then
having.
I'll speak.
Go ahead,
But
Jay.
I'm saying, so there's a difference between being a strong woman and being an asshole. Okay. A lot of times, you being an asshole, you're not necessarily being strong. You know what I'm saying?
Thin
You're doing
line is your
something,
feelings.
and it's not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so like so it's more so like what's in your heart right now? Why are you doing this? It's not because if you're a strong woman, you do it with love in your heart. You know what I'm saying? If
Bro,
you're
that's
an
your
asshole,
feelings
that's
getting in
when
the way.
that's
That's your
that.
Right.
feelings, bro.
So
Right. Nah,
hold
nah,
on.
I agree with Jay.
So that's of course there's going to be feelings within all of it. One way or the other, there's going to be feelings that go along with it. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying is, there's a difference. You know when somebody's coming at you when they come from you sideways when they talking to you. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's trying to lift you up and get something going and hold you accountable for something you did, you listen to that. You know what I'm saying? But they start you're trying to they talk down to you or whatever because of something, whatever, or saying, or it just taking it from a different direction, and it's not about the elevation.
She got the
Why
You
you
know what
same.
I'm
say
saying?
that
Let me
though?
let me
They're
let
Why
me
not.
you
pose
was being
let
That's
an
me
that's
pose an
asshole?
that.
That's not what
example.
Rob
You
said.
know what I'm
Let
saying?
me
Say
You
pose
why
an
can
you
be
being
example.
an
strong,
Let me
asshole.
but how
pose an
you being
example.
strong?
Wait. Let me pose an example. Y'all both have the same financial mind state. Y'all both have the same sound knowledge. She got a plan. You got a plan. Her plan might be a little bit stronger than yours, right? In that
Mm-hmm.
instance, you may not want to swallow your pride and say that she got the stronger of plans. So in that case, you now have had some inferior thought in your head that, oh, I'm inferior because she has the better plan. So you can't tell me at that moment that you don't want her to be strong. Shit, she was strong enough to come up with a better plan.
I'm not. I'm not
You
disagreeing with
talking
that.
about
That
you
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 know, Rob
talking
said
that
that
about
sounds good.
average
exactly.
That
people.
Her
sounds
being
about
an
right.
asshole, and nobody said
Yeah.
anything about her being
Yeah,
an
I ain't saying
asshole.
nothing about
So I
the
don't know why the
asshole.
heck
Well,
we
Nah,
immediately
I
do
know
that.
what Jay is saying because I
yeah, it's
understand
all right. Because
what
you'll be saying some shit out of your mouth
No,
because
we
you think
don't
you're
be
a
saying
strong
some shit.
woman,
I don't
but
tell
you
my, I
actually being
don't
an
tell my man
asshole.
like that. No, I don't relate to what you saying. I don't talk to my man like
I
that.
think you talking about defense mechanisms, Jay,
Good,
like women that have that type
then
of defense
good.
Right.
mechanism.
And I'm not saying
Yeah,
they don't
Where
exist.
they
That's not what
saying they
Rob is
strong,
saying.
but they really just being assholes in the
That's a whole different
situation.
right,
Yeah.
right,
conversation.
well, that's
and
what I'm talking about.
yeah,
So
and I think
But I was
why I
referring
gotta
to
be talking
men.
about
No, no,
why I gotta be
no.
talking about you? Good.
But
No,
we was
so
talking
I gotta
about
I gotta be
men.
what I'm
targeted
saying
again.
is Rob said you ask a woman to be
But see,
strong, and then
Yeah.
when she's strong, you got a problem with her. He didn't
Yeah.
mention a bad
What?
attitude or her coming at him wrong, because if he did, then you could have answered the way you answered. So
Yeah.
instead of answering him about what he's saying, you went to her being an asshole, which is fine. Some women do be assholes, but a lot of us are not
That's
being
what I'm getting
assholes
to.
in that situation. So my
right.
That's
question is,
why.
why
That's
did you
why
go
discernment.
direct
That's why
to her being
discernment
an
is
asshole?
so
No,
key.
see,
And
Rob
I,
told me. I
I
raised my hand. I was quiet for a good 10 minutes. Y'all kept having your little conversation. I didn't say anything.
hey, look here, you
I'm
gonna get out your
asking you.
feelings tonight.
I
She
know
in
I'm
her
not in my
feelings
feelings.
tonight.
Don't even try to.
She's in her
No,
feelings tonight.
do not dismiss me like that. I'm not
Ooh.
even
She's
playing
in
that
her
tonight.
feelings tonight.
I'm not
Is
playing
Oh, you
this
that
been
tonight.
chilled up.
I'm asking
is
a
this
valid
Jeez.
is
question.
this being your
I'm
strong woman
asking,
mode
why
tonight?
did you jump to her being an asshole? We didn't
No,
talk about
so
anybody talking to each other wrong or bad or being negative or
no,
anything like that, and you jumped to women being an asshole. So my question
no.
is, why did we go to her being an asshole
So
versus
the
you telling her to be strong
Because
and not like
because it's
what
real.
strong looks like?
the
Huh?
Because it's real.
the way
Okay.
I interpret it,
That,
I
that's
didn't
real.
interpret it.
It's real. It's
It's
a
real.
real
Okay.
situation.
Okay.
I
It's a
didn't
real
interpret it
situation.
as
Okay.
her
You can
being
be
an
a strong
I
asshole.
woman,
asked the
right?
question. You answered. I'm agreeing.
Right.
Okay.
No, no. See, now you dismissing him.
Y'all dismiss me.
Now
Hey,
you dismissing him. You
Oh,
can't
fair
dismiss
exchange
him
ain't
now.
no
You gotta
robbery, bro.
listen.
Fair exchange ain't no robbery.
No, you can't dismiss him now. No, you can't dismiss him now. Now you gotta hear his point all the way out.
He said his point. He said that some women are, and some women are. I'm not going to argue with that. Some women are assholes. I just wanted to know
No.
why we went from what Rob said, which seemed like a positive explanation of the struggle of communicating with each other, to, well, she was
right.
an asshole. So I just wanted to know why. You said because some women are
Abs-
assholes. Some women are indeed assholes. So
absolutely.
okay. So
So understand the difference.
I do. I
Understanding the
just want to know
difference
why
is
you went
key.
there. And you said because some are.
You know what I'm saying?
OG, you wanted to say something? I saw you get close to the camera.
Nah,
Everybody getting that smoke
I was
tonight.
in tech. Nah, y'all go ahead and do that, man. I'm good.
No, so
Like he
the way
allergic.
I
He allergic.
interpreted when Jay said asshole, the way I interpreted wasn't about literally being an asshole. I think it was more about the delivery, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, and
I understand.
I think that's where the lines get blurred, where, you know what I'm saying, you'll hear a man say she's an assertive woman versus she's aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Based on how she delivers things. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying,
Part of
I agree to Rob's point as well. Sometimes if it does hurt his feelings and her delivery isn't correct, then you feel like she's being an asshole.
Right,
You
but
know
he
what I'm
didn't say
saying?
that.
But
He
here,
didn't,
but
And it's
he
here,
not
didn't allude to that
and
at
it's
all.
not intentional.
here's
You
the
know
He
what
hard
didn't
I'm
allude to that at
conversation,
all,
right?
though. That's why I'm wondering how we got there. He just
Here's
said
the
that if you ask her to be strong
saying?
and then
Hmm.
she's strong and it makes you feel some kind of way, now you want her to not be strong or to be less strong, then you end up with an issue. So I'm just wondering how that turned into something was wrong with
this,
her delivery versus he felt
this
some kind of way about what she
okay.
said.
No,
this
no,
is why
I'm just saying how I interpret it. Go ahead, Ron.
this is why I believe in
That's
folks
exactly
talking
how I
about.
said it.
This is why I believe in folks having honest conversations about their strengths and weaknesses. Because if she better financially, I have no problem. Because if I'm fucking the
Hell
books up,
yeah.
that's affecting both of us. But if I'm a better cook and I know she can't cook, that's an area I'm better in. So we
Yes,
can
sir.
discuss that and then we can identify where we're going to meet at and what works for us. But
Agreed.
people will go, well, my mama cooked 5 times out the week. So shit, I'm understand. My understanding is my lady going to do it too. But you ain't had that comfort with your lady about she
And
gonna
you ain't
cook
taste
five
her food
times.
either. Yeah.
She might be like, need man, I'm finna cook 3 times and you can cook two. Or you can
Right.
figure out what you finna do them other two, but I'm only cooking three. But I feel like so much preconceived notions go into things, man. People be using historical things, mama and daddy as example, aunt, uncle, everybody under the sun, except having the conversation with the person trying to
Person you
figure
with.
out, hey, what's your idea of a day to day in a relationship look like? Cause you'll be amazed. Some motherfuckers be watching these TV shows thinking y'all supposed to be laid on each other all damn night. No, baby, we got 6 hours before bedtime. You go do what you need to do. I'm gonna do some things I need to do, and we'll meet in the middle when it's time later on. But it can't be like cookie cutter. Like I said, cookie cutter. Motherfuckers watching Grey's Anatomy thinking that shit's supposed to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the human condition,
But
man.
you ain't a Grey's Anatomy motherfucker. You ain't one of them doctors.
But yeah, I think it comes
yeah.
down to, you know what I'm saying, being able to compromise. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, when you talk about an assertive or aggressive woman, I think, you know what I'm saying, her also knowing when to, you know what I'm saying, when to assert her, we'll say, energy, because I don't like to say dominance, different things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And I think that that's where a lot of the challenges come. You know what I'm saying? And back to what I said before, people just don't know how to communicate with each other no more. And I think it's, you know what I'm saying, a variety of things. People don't listen. People, you know what I'm saying, talk to be heard, you know what I mean? But I think I would say that I think most men actually prefer a more assertive or quote unquote aggressive type woman versus someone that's passive. You know what I'm saying? Most mature men. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not
Boys,
true.
they want a woman that they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do with. You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand, but that's not how it sounds online and in relationship dialogue spaces. It does not sound that. It sounds like she's arguing, she's aggressive, she's bitter, she's this. You may say
Hmm.
that, but that's not what women are hearing in this space. Because even in this conversation, it immediately went to, her talking in a certain way or talking negatively to her man. Like that's the assumption that her being strong is going to equate to her talking crazy to her man.
So
And I,
let me
But I think ain't you in the
let me
process
come in
of
real quick.
disagreement?
Let me jump in this particular point right here
Don't
because it's
clean it up.
important. It's
Let's keep
important.
going. Let's keep the energy going.
Oh, okay, what am I?
Nah, go
I'm,
ahead. Go
I'm going
ahead.
to say what
I'm
I'm
messing with
going to
you. Go ahead.
say.
Go ahead. I'm messing with
So
you.
a lot of times, strong black people, strong black women, right? They are who they are. Okay, when they become that way for a certain reason, right? Mainly it's to protect themselves, right, from the
mhm,
bullshit,
yeah,
right? And so women, a strong woman can sometimes go back to or just react in a triggered way because something might have happened. The only thing that just goes up is their defense mechanism, right? And they'll start to say some stuff that they don't even know what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And they're just saying it just because it's something presented itself and you want to nip it in the bud. But because you become a strong black woman. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing that you had to do in order to be strong. You know what I'm saying? And in that situation, what I'm saying is it can happen. It does happen.
I'm
Period.
not
I mean,
disagreeing
it's
that it happens. What my
so.
point is that no matter what the dialogue is, when someone talks about a strong woman and her being strong and you benefiting from her strength, even when you
Mhm.
benefit, somehow the conversation always goes to her being negative and talking to y'all like you crazy, like all women do that.
You gotta
That's
take the good
that's
with
the
the
only
bad.
It's
point I'm trying to say. Is Rob did not say
okay.
that, and Rob did not allude to that. And while you're saying that, I've raised my hand,
Okay.
I kept my hand up no less than 5 times, waiting for a chance to speak. And then when I did, y'all talked over me and acted like something was wrong with me wanting to have a
Like
point.
we,
And
My
when I
bad.
so
said,
we
no,
don't talk
don't
over
Very
each
listen to
other
We've
me
been
sometimes.
and
talking
don't
over each
talk
other
over
all
me.
night. Y'all cut that out. We've been talking
Okay,
over
see,
each other
Hold
all
on.
night.
We as
let her
much as we
talk,
talk
man.
over each other,
I let you
Go
now
ahead,
talk
go
but
ahead.
and
don't
I
talk
Talk,
over.
man.
listened to you, sir.
Let her talk,
And
man.
now
No,
it's
go
my
ahead.
turn to speak, and you're laughing and smiling and talking over me. So now when I get hood on your ass, you're gonna act like I'm being aggressive and I'm crazy when I was calm and I've been respectful and I've been patient. So when we get like this with you, understand why we get like this with you. That's all I'm
That
trying to say.
that
You got
that's the,
triggered. You
that's
got
the
triggered.
emotion I was looking for right there.
You got
That's
triggered,
what I
right?
was looking for
No, I'm
right
not
there.
triggered. See, don't start that shit. Triggered,
I'm
triggered.
asking. It's a question.
It's a question.
I asked you.
So when y'all
It's a
debate
trigger, right?
and when I debate, I'm triggered. Why? Because I'm a woman, or because I was patient
You,
and I was respectful.
so
And as
you
soon
just
as I
you just
started
told me
speaking, you
you
talk.
started asking.
Are you
You
talking
just
over me
told.
now, or do you want me to answer the question? Because you said triggered and you asked me. So am I answering, or are you speaking?
All right. We're gonna go ahead and say your point. We're gonna get ready to get up out of here.
No, I mean, look, my point is made, and it's made on video for everybody to
Okay.
see. So it's fine. I don't have
All
anything
right.
else to say.
All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and end this night now, and we're gonna do like we're gonna do like we normally do. Everybody leave a point.
I'm glad it's so
OG,
funny. I'm glad it's so funny. But I'll talk to you after the show. I
OG, go ahead.
Um, in order for us to understand each other, this man versus woman shit has got to stop.
Mhm.
Um, because the art of listening is lost in how we feel. We're not listening. I saw a post today that says um, some women feel like they don't even like men anymore, and that shit made me sad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because it's like we're standing on this
Precedent.
thing about how we feel about each other, and we're trying to get with each other, but we don't understand each other, and we aren't having conversations, and we aren't listening to each other. Um, and the only way we can get through this, whatever it is, this crisis, this, you know, this dating war, we're making it a war, and it doesn't even have to be that. Um, so all we need to do is listen to each other.
Cool. Jay
Peace.
Young, peace.
I think that's it right there, man. That's it.
All right.
You know what I'm
Good.
saying?
I don't even know what to say because I know that men feel they can't speak without us attacking them. But I think if you watch this show afterwards, you're gonna see that we feel the same way. And that no matter what we do, no matter how feminine, no matter how kind, no matter how respectful, no matter how much we love the fuck out of y'all, y'all still gonna see us some kind of way no matter what. And there's nothing I can really do about that. And it's hurtful and it's sad. And it's one of the reasons why we can't come together because we really don't care about how each other feels. We start laughing when we don't understand. We think shit is funny when somebody's upset. We immediately go to, calling them aggressive, triggered, whatever. That's men and women. I'm not saying it's just women. We do it. We do it to men too. We can't express a want, a need, a desire, a preference, an opinion. And if we can't talk, then people are going to be fake because they're going to know as soon as they tell the truth, someone's going to have an issue. So now nobody is being honest. You're never really knowing who you're dealing with. And when a person flips up on you, you thinking they changed, and they haven't changed. They just didn't find a safe space to talk to you or tell you who they really were. And the fact that I'm as open and as transparent as I am, and as much as I love and care about y'all and appreciate getting to know you and how you feel and how you think, that this conversation went the way it was, the way it did, it just shows this is what happens in dating circles with people who don't even communicate as well as we do or care about each other as well as we do. So all I can say is I don't know. I didn't get an answer. I didn't come to any resolution. I don't feel any better. I feel worse actually. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna have another shot and I'm probably gonna have a good cry after this. Like
No more drinking for you tonight.
I'm just whew, this was a hard one. So
You
I don't know. I don't have anything
no
but
drinking.
I don't have anything. I don't have
All
anything.
right. Rob,
Man,
no more.
what the fuck happened? I was gone for like 2 motherfucking seconds.
You're
What the
gonna
fuck?
have to watch it, Rob, and then I'll call you
God
tomorrow.
damn, I was gone. My motherfucking internet went down for 2 seconds. Well, I'm sorry, vibes. I don't know what happened while I was gone. I'm sorry
Just
that you
watch it.
feel
Just
that
watch
way.
the last few minutes, Rob, and I'll hit you up tomorrow, and we can, you can keep it 1 thou and tell me, where I went wrong if I did. I don't think I did, but I'm not saying I'm,
You being who you
I'm,
are.
I'm good with constructive criticism.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, we just ending up, Rob.
Okay, man, make sure you know yourself. One, I think that's where a lot of problems start. People don't know themselves. You trying to learn yourself while you learn somebody else and trying to get them to know who you are and shit like that, bro. You gotta know yourself. Make sure whatever you willing to jump in, whatever pond that is, that you ready to swim in that pond. If you're not, it's cool. Just understand what come with that. You should better your best bet is to go ahead and be honest and upfront. That way you eliminate the bullshit and also you eliminate yourself from somebody else's pool.
Preach, Rob.
That's probably about the realest that I could keep it. Make sure y'all having them hard conversations. A lot of y'all don't want to talk to each other about certain shit. You gotta have them conversations, man. It's okay to seem vulnerable because guess what? You ain't losing no life. You ain't losing no money. It's better to be upfront before you do lose either one of those, time, peace, or anything. So, hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Um, yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed the show.
Well, this is why the fuck we are in perfect truth, because you never know what the hell you're gonna get on this show from week to
True
week.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely thank y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? Things got a little fun tonight, but
They got real. They got real, right? That's what we do.
things got a little fun tonight. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Again, if you like it, share it, love it, hit our YouTube page. Let us get more than 11 subscribers. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Just so y'all
What is
know,
that? 22? 22?
Oh, okay. Then we got double tonight. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that's perfect. You know what I'm saying? So that's good. Keep sharing, liking it. Like I said, we're gonna move over to YouTube real soon. And for everyone that was listening, just so y'all know, I intentionally tonight cut her off, and I did it to troll her because I kind of knew the direction the conversation was gonna go, and I wanted to kind of for us to really have a real time opportunity to see how cutting each other off, miscommunication, and we've all cut each other off. You know what I'm saying? We cut each other off all throughout the night, but how miscommunication can lead to a variety of things, especially when we talk about online, especially when we try to date, you know what I'm saying? Especially when we try to do just communicate with each other, because again, I still feel the art of communication is gone. I'm going to shut up, but next week's show is going to be a fucking banger because next week we're going to talk about healing. You know what I'm saying? Because
Ooh.
as we know, everybody is hurting to some degree and something. So we're gonna talk about healing and how the hell can we move forward in this dating, friendship, and relationship phases. Peace, love y'all. Thank y'all for joining.
All
Peace. Like,
right.
comment, share.
Good
Like,
night,
comment, share.
everybody.
Peace.
Like, comment, share.
Okay,
Like,
hold on.
comment, share.
My mouse don't want to work, so I can end it. Hold on.
No,
Oh,
because you want
really?
to stay on so
Use a
you can
cheat.
say something